What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Lazy Sunday live stream here on Out of the Basement. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
Sup, guys?
And we also have a very special guest with us today, Hybrid Toy Reviews.
How's it going, guys?
What's up?
Thank you for joining us. And Justin is back, everybody. Look.
Hey, look at me.
There he is.
Here I am. 2 weeks of no streaming.
Can you believe it? How do you feel?
Oh, it's great to be back, Nate. Great to be back.
Oh, yeah. We've got a pretty stacked episode here. There are some news topics to go over. I know Justin has a ton of recent pickups. I think we also have some custom talk to go over to some degree.
Yep.
So This is pretty exciting. I'm happy to have you back on, Justin. And again, thank you for joining us, Hybrid.
Absolutely.
And let's also start the stream by saying what's up to the 105 people that are here with us already. Thanks so much for joining us. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe if you're new. Check out Hybrid Toy Reviews channel. There's a link in the description. But what's up, 80s kid from the 90s? We also have SKM4. Big Bendu. Good evening. Yeah. Good evening to Wayne Duckett. And we've got Fractured Fett. Soup Dragon here. Good evening to you. Gerardo, how's it going? Nice to see Not Obi-Wan, along with Jonathan Anderson. Hello there. Can't join today, but I'm looking forward to the VOD. Well, see ya in the VOD, Jonathan. See ya in the VOD. Scott Smith, welcome to the stream. We also got Todd in here as well. What's up, Todd?
With the new emoji.
Yes.
There has been
a
brand new emoji added to our channel membership. I can pull it up here for you all. There's a bit of a backstory to this.
I think this definitely deserves to be displayed. CT Fulcrum, welcome to the stream. We also have Tom Bowling here as well. Justin's back.
I'm back.
Hunter Schultz, thank you for the $5 super chat. Happy Sunday, everyone. OOTB, I'm not sure if you have enough headspace for the King of Ohio to be here.
We got to pay the toll. You got to pay the toll.
That's right. Thank you, Hunter, for the support.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
We got Tom in here as well, along with Jazzy35K.
So, not with the white background. It would be a transparent PNG in the actual, when you use the emoji. But there was this. It's the new Out of the Basement meme. There was some comment on our Luke and Grogu 2-pack video that was like acting like they said something like we're like battered wife syndrome, and it's like they just slap us with a lamp. It was like they slap you and then it's like, yeah, this is a great 2-pack, even though I literally said I'm passing on it initially. But I sent that screenshot in the Discord and they went rabid for it. It was a big hit. So B-Man made this.
Nice.
A glorious emoji of just the most brain-dead comment imaginable. Every once in a while, if you're in the Discord, I will send like just the most outlandish comments that we get. So this is me being a battered wife, because I'm thinking about passing on the 2-pack. Hasbro slaps me with a lamp, and I guess I buy the 2-pack.
Yeah.
Don't ask me, all right?
Right.
Don't ask me.
Yeah.
But that was hilarious.
The
Classic.
best jokes are not understood.
Yeah.
Classic. Ben Taylor, hello. We got Commander Cook in here as well. Hello, Commander.
What up?
Beardy McBearderson. Good evening, or good afternoon, everyone. Just making some display stands for my figures, so I'm working and lurking. Shout out to the lurkers. What's up, lurkers? We got Josh Wookie Sin in here, along with Seth Nico, Blaster Fodder, Chris M. Happy Sunday. We also have James Wade in here. We also got Paige holding it down at work today. At work today. Zoo Boy's here as well. What's up, Zoo Boy? They say, sup, guys. Nice to have Justin back. I have a question. I don't know if you talked about it before, but do either of you have the snow speeder? Been thinking about getting it, but not sure if it's worth the $150 to $200.
Zoo Boy, it's literally one of my favorite parts of the collection. It's one of my favorite pieces.
Mm-hmm.
It's very well done.
It's one of the most well done things they've done, and even at full price of $120, I was like, yes, this is a day one purchase.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could get it for $150 for literally, like, in my opinion, one of the best things they've ever done, I would say go for it.
Yeah, just be prepared because it is massive.
Yeah.
But yeah, the snow speeder is a no-brainer if you have the space for it.
And it came with a figure that didn't get a single release.
True.
So it's like exclusive to that set with Dak.
Mm-hmm.
Arguably the best vehicle. I mean, just as far as like best done. Like, I think just with all the accessories and panels, it's really great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that cockpit, like the details in the cockpit.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost money on every single sale of the snow speeder. Even priced at $120, they took a loss. So that just shows like how expensive a bigger vehicle like that, like, I don't know, A-Wing. We were kind of discussing it in the Discord the other day.
Mm-hmm.
But the snow speeder is like big. And when I was a kid, I always thought they were pretty small, but I guess like you can fit 2 people in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty big.
Yep. What's up, Land Speeder Luke? Stopping in to say hey before I head out to WonderCon. Nice.
Sick.
We got Punk T in here, along with Tommy from 1313. Nice. Chat refresh, hold on. We got Benny in here. Should have figured. Jason Hauser. Apo. Dan, Darth Educator.
What's up?
Infernal Hippo. Riley Cross. Jayhawk Jedi. We got B-Man 127. Good to see Justin.
Yeah, the slap.
Yep.
It still hurts.
I like Mandalorians. What's up? We also got Dan Marino. And Bodie Collection, James Vincent, Hooter McCoolski. We got Don K, Lockbones Music. Just got my Admiral Akbar in the mail. Very nice figure. Good pickup. Good pickup.
Cool stuff.
What's up, 90s Nerd Life? We also have Tauntaun Rider, Flame, Aiton Skate, Big John 1991. What's up, guys?
Big John.
We'll catch it later. Big John, see you in the VOD.
Late.
Brent Dozerman, how's it going? And we'll say what's up to Neon Sunlight, Emmanuel, Lil Hank, Corey Diaz, Shelf Dive, Gil Gonzalez, Sean Dixon, and Vader X Bricks. We'll round it off right there. What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining us today. Nice to see everyone. Justin is back. Hybrid Toy Reviews is with us today as well. So, for everyone out there who is unaware of who you are, if you wouldn't mind, Hybrid, just giving us a little rundown of who you are and what you do here on YouTube.
I'm Hybrid Toy Reviews. I collect a lot of things, mostly Black Series. Tried to start as like a Doctor Who YouTuber a few years back. That didn't last very long. There just weren't many, and I figured out why. It's because no one wants that. So I dabble with that a little bit, but I mostly just review Black Series. I go to a lot of Comic Cons, so I try to do a lot of Comic Con footage where I can. Just like to talk about, who goes to them and what the experiences are like. Usually they're ran well, but if there's one that's not ran well, I like to share that too, just so that people know where it's the best one to go to. But yeah, outside of con footage and reviews, that's pretty well my bread and butter here. So trying to branch into some different stuff here and there, though.
Yeah, we have a bit of a history with you because you were actually the #1 winner of the Out of the Basement 10K giveaway.
I was. That was a day.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, it's like I like this story because it's like a butterfly effect. Those figures, at least the Obi-Wan Kenobi, ended up in the hands of James Arnold Taylor, Obi-Wan Kenobi himself, with a signature.
So I won that shortly after meeting Matt Lanner. And so I had a complete set of Clone Wars figures. And I consider an autographed figure different than an inbox figure. There are different tiers. So I needed to replace the Anakin for my carded set. And I was going to have to take my Obi-Wan to get signed. But then I won a pair of Anakin and Obi-Wan from you guys. And that was interesting too. That was the day of like my sister's graduation open house, so I couldn't watch the stream, and I'd forgotten about the giveaway. And I notoriously don't.
How dare you?
Right. I mean, but like I notoriously don't win things anyway. So like if I'm in a giveaway, like I just kind of wash anyway. I start getting messages on Instagram. Great job on winning today. No one's saying what it is when they're messaging me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what did I win? I didn't win anything. Like, am I getting messed with? And then someone else messages me, and I was like, wait, is something really happening? And then you guys messaged me, and I was like, oh, I was in that, wasn't I?
Mm-hmm.
So that was a fun day.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's so cool that they Obi ended up getting signed.
Mm-hmm.
And he was told about how I got it, so Obi-Wan has heard the name out of the basement.
Oh snap! All right.
So yeah,
Excellent. Very
Yeah,
nice.
good
so,
word out there.
And then I know you also recently hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
That was
Yeah.
January, I believe. So
Nice. Because
Yeah.
like we always say that first 1,000 subscribers is like the hardest to get.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, nice job on that. Glad to have you on the stream.
Yeah, absolutely. And congrats on 1,000 subscribers. And Justin, we also hit 13,000 subscribers. So thank you, everyone.
great job there, guys.
Look at all of us
stuff.
hitting milestones.
Good stuff.
Working with big boy numbers now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a link to your channel in the description. And I also just put it in the chat. Good old Nightbot helping us.
Yep.
All right, so I suppose we can just jump right into the news-related stuff. I pointed this out immediately the day that they released or revealed the Luke and Grogu 2-pack, and then we just failed to mention it while filming.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was honestly hilarious when I saw Zach's post that was thanking you specifically, and then we just totally didn't talk about this for figuring it out.
Right.
Absolutely incredible stuff. Classic out of the basement.
We were just too busy gushing all over that 2-pack. I love it so much.
Yeah. Well, so real quick, Hybrid, what are your thoughts on this 2-pack right here? Just give us your quick opinion.
I really like it. I was seeing a lot of people always throwing out that negative Hasbro slander of it's just going to be a repack, of this, Mando Luke that's coming up. And I was like, it's a rubber overlay tunic. They're good about that. I wasn't expecting the boots. The boots are phenomenal. People were talking about, what can you give Grogu? And in my mind, I was thinking training remote. I saw everyone talk about like a jump effect or a backpack. And I was even thinking that. I was like, man, if they give us that training remote, and then, the Luke has the new rubber overlay, it's probably a pickup. And they gave us everything they possibly could. There's no scene from that training sequence that you can't recreate with this set.
True.
Are we going to talk about the world building rock? Yes. Rocks are
Yes.
world. Not everyone has a 3D printer.
Right?
Yes.
So yeah, the thing that we failed to mention are these little spikes right here. And this could only mean one thing. Bowser from Super Mario
There we go. Boom.
is getting a Black Series figure.
Yep.
No, but obviously that's Black Chrysanthemum's armor, his shoulder armor. Because there is a deluxe, newly tooled Black Chrysanthemum coming. I saw some comments saying, "Oh, a mildly retooled figure repack." Like, no, it's a brand new, like Book of Boba Fett version.
Right.
It's going to look how he did in the show.
Yeah, there was some pretty crazy mental gymnastics going on the other day about what a repack is.
Right. I'm like, this Luke is not a repack. You can say the Grogu is a repack, even though there might actually be some better articulation on this one. It's TBD. But the Luke is not a repack. Like you said, the legs, the torso overlay, the head. Like, it's not a repack.
Hybrid, how are you feeling about the $44.99 price? Are you in on this set day one?
I think it's on par. I mean, it's right. You know, I saw a breakdown recently where it was like, you know, Luke's 25, Grogu's 10. That's $10 for all the other parts and pieces that come with. I think they're on the, if there was a price range, they're on the high end of the range, but they're in the range.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's,
Yeah.
I mean, that's perfectly priced. And that
What's
Grogu,
a repack, Jazzy? What's a repack?
right? That
Luke or
Grogu
Black
has to
Saint?
be, that Grogu has to be changed up a little bit too, just because that jump effect looks like it plugs in under him.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how does that work? Unless
Yeah, I
you
didn't
pop
think
off-
about that.
Unless you pop off a ball jointed foot, maybe. But like, I guess there's got to be a peg hole, a minor retool. So that means he's not reuse by technicality.
Yeah, if you guys watched that episode of Figure It Out, you guys know, just real quick, that I'm passing on it and waiting for a sale. I think, like, D4, which was the same price, the Luke and Yoda from Empire Strikes Back, I saw a little more value in that. And then I'm getting Luke fatigue, and then it's just, like, I'm getting too much new media. I'm getting some new media fatigue, even though I like it. Like, I love that
Right.
scene. But I'm going to wait for a sale price on that one. But the price, I don't even think it's that crazy. Because Luke is 25. The Child, when he came out in Red and Black Box, and that's Red and Black Box, like way, 2019, he was $10, so that's $35.
Mm-hmm.
And the price is $44.99. So, and it comes with a decent amount of accessories. So I don't even think the price is that outrageous. But I will still be waiting for a sale. And it will go on sale because it's mainline
sure.
deluxe,
Right.
and it's another Luke, and it will go on sale. So if you're, yeah, I wouldn't pre-order either, Joe. I'm like 100% certain that it will go on sale. And yeah, I'm still so shocked by the insane price of that Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oof. It's
And
rough.
Did they do the same for the Miles they just revealed?
No, I think the Miles is 25.
Okay, so it's just Peter that we're paying the extra. The
Yeah.
extra
The
on.
Peter tax.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that is honestly weird. But moving on, we have this insane news drop. The fact that the panel at Star Wars Celebration is going to have over 20 reveals. So we're over here on yakface.com, and this was a newsletter that went out to certain creators, not us, but it was shared around. So fans can expect exciting, reveal-packed programming when the Hasbro Star Wars and Indiana Jones panel begins at 4 p.m. at the Twin Suns stage with over 20 new Star Wars The Black Series and Vintage Collection reveals and new Indiana Jones products inspired by Adventures Old and New. Among other surprises, the Hasbro Star Wars and Indiana Jones panel is not one to be missed. So I have a question for you guys. I'm a little confused by this comma right here. Like this comma right here. So with over 20 new Star Wars Black Series and Vintage Collection reveals, and they highlighted this in green. Or this might just be Yak Face.
Right.
Actually. This
Yeah.
is his graphic design. But there is a comma right here in the press release separating this from and new Indiana Jones products. So does it mean over 20 reveals with Black Series, TVC, and Indiana Jones? Or is it 20 new Star Wars Black Series and Vintage Collection reveals, comma, and new Indiana Jones products? It's like some weird grammar.
Right. It's the yak face comma, like the Shatner comma.
Yeah.
So what does it mean? Only
But this
he knows.
was in the actual, like, this is word for word.
Right, how it was
The
written.
press release. So
it
I'm
might be onto
confused,
something.
and chat, I want to see what you guys think.
I would think
Bad
it would
English.
mean I would think it would mean 20 Star Wars things and then indies like additional.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. I hope so.
Fig is saying all 3 lines. 4 Black Series reveals, 10 TVC, and 6 Indiana Jones.
What's up, Ivan?
So some people are saying it is including Indy. It's just that comma. That one comma is throwing the whole thing off. Because if it was all inclusive, everything would have a comma. Black Series, comma, TVC, comma, and new Indiana Jones products.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. All combined. I don't know. Obviously, I hope it's not including Indiana Jones.
Right.
Because 10 and 10, even split, that would be fun. And plus, there's like so much Black Series we still need to get that were pipelined. And yeah, Luke brings up a good point. 20 isn't actually that many. 6 credit collection figures, and we're already 1/3 done.
Oof.
And they did waste like a panel doing credit collection before.
It's true.
So, I mean, there's so many like pipelined items that we still need to take a look at.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of have high hopes. We plan on making this a separate video, like our predictions.
Right.
But I'm hoping to see like the final wave of 40th Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Some more Clone War. Like, show us that Magna Guard that they pipelined.
1313 Tommy and I were actually talking about this Friday, and the last several big announcements that they've talked about, we have gotten ourselves really hyped for, and it's just a gut punch every time, and
Yep.
you know, and they always say some word that tricks us. What happened to us this last time with the live stream they did like 2 months ago now is their press reveal said, you know, join us for Black Series announcements, Vintage Collection, and a special announcement, which to all of us said HasLab. And they were like, in the live stream, they were like, and here's our special Black Series one. And we're like, no, that's not a special announcement. And it was the helmet. And I mean, you know, they're trying to get you in with that, you know, over 20 reveals, big buzzword, and it's going to be a bunch of the stuff that we've had pipelined, and there's probably going to be a carbonized or a credit collection or something thrown in the mix because they want to make sure, you know, there's something to talk about. And you know, I'm going in with Hasbro. I refuse to let my hype up anymore. You know, I'm like, whatever happens, happens.
Specifically when it comes to these panels, I absolutely agree. An action figure podcast? No. I highly doubt they're gonna, because it's like with leaks and although they might have rooted out the leaker.
There hasn't been any in a minute, has there?
We have theories, and we have little nuggets of information that they may or may not have purposely made false, like, we're going to do this figure next, because they were trying to see who is the person leaking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That may or may not have happened. You know, don't go quoting me on the record.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure they have been rooting to root out whoever was leaking information to our favorite Star Wars action figure news source.
Yes.
And they had just laid off like tons of people, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were included in that. Yeah, 5s? No,
right.
5s, Luke Ness. I'm sorry.
5s and the Super are from the prequel trilogy, and Star Wars fans only like the OT, so we can't have those. Absolutely not.
No,
That's
no.
true.
We only like Mando is what you're trying to. I want 50 more Mando figures.
Right. No, not Mando. Luke.
Clip that.
Yeah, we need Luke. We need Luke and another Din.
Right.
Yep. Also, we just hit over 200 people, so what's up, everybody? Don't forget to hit like.
Hit that like button, boy. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
just
most
show
important.
us some stuff.
Most important not to get our hopes up.
Right.
Yeah. I think they'll at least show the last wave of 40th. Because we're almost like a third into 2023 here.
Yeah.
So, like, they need to reveal the last wave. And we literally know exactly what... It's Vader, Luke, R2, Royal Guard. And there might actually be a mystery 5th, right?
Potentially.
Let me take a gander here.
I have to step off for 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right.
Am I right, guys? Yeah, here. Kendrick, Kuna, Leah. Oh, there's only 4 codes. Luke, Jedi Knight, Darth Vader. Aw, but all the other waves were 5. They couldn't squeeze in a 9 num. 49er Brian.
Yeah, where's 49er? Summon him. Summon 49er
9
Brian.
num. 9 num. That's kind of disappointing. They could have at least gave us one more newly tooled for Return of the Jedi.
For sure.
Because the only new tools we got for 40th stuff was Endor Rebel? Or is there more? Oh, Wicket.
Yeah.
Wicket, Endor Rebel. And they're saying what the Luke and the Vader are allegedly.
And R2.
Yeah.
And R2.
And R2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and Luke
some
and
good
Vader are partial retools.
Yeah.
Also, thank you, Vader. Appreciate that.
Yeah. It's a good number. It's a good number.
I would love to get
Yeah.
an Imperial Gunner, please.
Yeah, that's something we desperate. Yeah. Yes,
so
it's going to be
simple.
General Lando. That's the surprise
No.
reveal.
No.
I'm kind of surprised. You think even Hasbro realized, like, oh my god, this is like the biggest peg warmer of all time. We better not put this in the 40th packaging.
I would hope so, but then again, we've said that how many times, and they continue to
And they archive
double
Skiff Guard.
double pack Lando,
Yeah.
triple pack him in TVC.
I actually just found the Biker Scout at your Target, Nate. I found it yesterday, and it was just the Biker Scout. So I'm kind of surprised that Lando, Han, and Leia would sell before the Trooper.
That's interesting.
Right.
But I did find that. But I have one. I'm really hoping my Big Bad Toy Store pile of loot arrives today, because then it would be the most insane recent pickups for me ever. But it's saying Sunday, so I'm hoping like sometime soon.
Fingers
That's
crossed.
funny. That's funny because my pile of loot is also out for delivery today.
Ooh.
Double pile of loot.
Yeah, mine's out in Hammond, so I'm kind of thinking it's not gonna make it.
Yeah, I mean, same for me. So
Yeah,
low
I-
chance.
I think you're right, Jayhawk. I think we would have known by now if there was a 5th. Is there a super chat somewhere? I'm seeing color. Oh, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Vader. Thank you so much. Milestone achieved. 5th anniversary since I recorded the last YouTube video on the channel. What do you expect from the 20th Clone Wars panel? Well, I don't think there's a whole panel dedicated to 20th Clone Wars, but Nate and I have discussed our fears that we almost think this Clone Wars mini beat is going to be a single wave of 4 figures. Because Jesse, and
Yep.
then we have 3 pipeline figures with Ahsoka, Magna Guard, and the new Phase 2 regular clone.
That was something else Tommy and I were saying the other night, was that it's probably because they haven't talked about it. You know, they made their initial
Right.
announcement and it's done, and it's not going to be this year-long announcement thing. It was just, you know, hey, here's a couple of things that you guys have been asking for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're going to not talk Clone Wars for a couple more years now that we've sated you.
It is very odd. It kind of goes back to what we were saying about expectations, because they put up that 20th Clone Wars logo. I was like, Clone Wars mini, but
Right.
then they said mini beat. So then in the back of my head, I'm like, mini. That
I like
doesn't-
how
Right.
I want big beat.
we started out with like, oh, it's gonna be 2 waves, and then now as time has gone on, we're like, oh, it's gonna be 1 wave.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like, just seeing what they've announced, I would trade, you know, the 40th Return of the Jedi thing, you know, for like a big 3-wave Clone Wars thing. Considering most of what we're getting are repacks, you know, just
Right.
straight reissues.
That's true. That's true. But I do know there's a big crowd of people who like to hang them up on the wall. 'Cause
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like the Kenner crowd, like we like to
Right.
call them.
But like, I'd trade it to be, you know, 1 wave
Oh.
with just your main characters, you
Yeah.
know, like a set of 6, you know, and then you know, focus on like 2 or 3 bigger waves, you know, just knock out these Clone Wars figures that everyone asks for every stream.
Yeah, well, that's why we were kind of frustrated with that carbonized 2-pack
Agreed.
of Ned B and the Purge Trooper, because it's like this year, 2023, they claim to be doing some Clone Wars stuff. I mean, they literally like made a big deal out of it in a panel in one of those live streams that they do.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do that, and then it's like, oh, here's your repaint. Like, you want some good repaints? Here's a carbonized Ned B in Phase 2 Purge Trooper. Which we got a little bit of flack for hating on that 2-pack so much. I'm like,
I saw that.
dude, come on. Like, a 2-pack that hypes the community up is 1,000 times better than a 2-pack that just pisses everybody off.
I like how Hasbro got that general feedback where, like, Ned B's a good figure, but he's not dirty enough. And they're like, okay, heard, the paint's not good enough. Gloss coat him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This'll fix it.
Right.
Just very odd. And again, especially a year where it's like, oh, we're celebrating the Clone Wars. Here's a 2-pack of a Wolf Pack Grunt and, I don't know, 327 Star Corps Grunt. Like, it could have been any other 2-pack, and it would have made more sense. But thank you, Vader. Thank you so much. We also have Jeff W. coming in. Thank you for the support. Sup, guys? FedEx just delivered a Pulse package with some goodies I'll be sending to your... Whoa! And the celebration reveals are all carbonized. Ha ha ha.
Right.
Well, shoot. Jeff W. coming in with some P.O. Box support. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Jeff.
You know, if anyone out there, no pressure. But it's there for anyone.
No pressure.
I actually have some P.O. Box pickups to show off later, so anything at all you guys want to send us, unless it's like, you know, poison or something.
No weird stuff.
Right.
I can get some weird stuff, but, you know, just nothing that's going to hurt me. Sup, guys? April 8th can't get here soon enough. I agree. That's a Saturday, so the stream... Zach, you want to be on that stream? Because we'll be covering all of the reveals on that Lazy Sunday, because the panel is on a Saturday, so it literally can't be an episode to figure it out. It has to be the following stream. We got to strike while the iron is hot.
Nice. I'm down.
So that'll be a very fun, action-packed stream.
Oh, yeah.
If you all had to guess what the future has in store for Credit Collection, what do you all expect to see? Is it done, or is there going to be more? What do you guys think?
It's hard to say because they're so obviously easy for them to produce, and that's why they do it. But I feel like this last wave has really sat and gone on clearance.
This last wave had some kind of weird picks, too, was the other side. I don't mind the Credit Collection. I kind of like them. Like, I like the presentation on the card back, and I don't do the 40th, movie waves. But just, I like the concept art at the end of the episodes of Mando, and so, like, it just seems artsy. I feel fancy. They're like my presentation, hang them up in the living room action figures. But, like, they were like, we're going to do a Tusken. And I'm like, you're going to do a Tusken instead of Cobb Vanth, instead of... you could throw Casca Reeves in there or something, and they were like Tusken Raider, and I was like, okay, I mean, I guess, but I think they gotta definitely pick some better choices going forward. Otherwise, they're gonna have some major sitting like they did this go around.
I have a little more respect for Credit Collection than I do for Carbonized, because at the very least, Credit Collection is from something. Like, it's like based off of concept art, or the end credits, which are the concept art for the show. Like, at least it's from something, whereas Carbonized is just like completely made up, random, nonsensical, and like out of nowhere. So Credit Collection does get a little bump compared to Carbonized. Carbonized
has even gone downhill a little bit. Like, at first it was kind of cool, that like metallic Sith trooper, like, sure, that was neat, and I got a couple of the silver stormtroopers because I could picture there being maybe an elite Senate appearance or whatever. There could be a chrome armor out there, but now they're just a normal figure with like clear coat on them, and it just doesn't really feel the same anymore.
Right. Yeah. What's up, Grand Moff Tony? But yeah, the other bit of news here was Target is having some mega clearance, which is, I've benefited a little bit from this. Again, we're on yakface.com. If you have a Target in your area, it might be a good time to check the toy aisles and see what kind of clearance deals you may find. A lot of Black Series Marvel Legends are ringing up at deep discounts. And yeah, it's more than just like Hasbro stuff too. So we got Shore Trooper and the Andor Trooper, the Ferrix Trooper, 1324. I scanned these at your Target. They were still saying like 18 something.
Yeah.
So I was like, eh. But the Jango's Slave 1 from Attack of the Clones, $14.99. I actually picked this up because it was 50% off, and I was like, okay.
It's 10
Nice.
on the website. You can price match it in store or even get it cheaper.
Yeah. Tibidon OB 13. Again,
Nice.
he was at your Target. He was still scanning for 18 something.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've seen this all over the place, like Marvel Legends, even some like a lot of the Jurassic figures I saw. Deep discount Ned B. So I've personally noticed this. Have you guys benefited from this at all?
No, I mean, like you said, my Target, they never clearance anything. They're always the last to clearance anything. So I'm not surprised that they're all sitting at 18, and yeah, so I'm not in on that. I would probably get one more Shore Trooper because I only have one right now. But otherwise, yeah, haven't. What about you, Hybrid?
I went looking for the Django Slave 1 and the Ferrix Officer on Friday. That was where I met with Tommy. I'm in a weird area where I don't have a Target. There's 3 of them. They're 45 minutes away, but they're like in a triangle. They're nowhere near each other. So I have to kind of just pick one and pray. And so I went to the one near him and hung out with him on Friday. And they were picked out. They were cleaned out there. I might try a different one tonight, potentially. I do want to get that Slave 1. I've unfortunately been bitten by the microgalaxy bug.
Yeah, same.
So
I fully expect to get roasted later on.
I wasn't going to, and I don't do it for full price. If I find a
Same.
markdown, I mean, like a $10 Slave 1, that's just a cool toy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see, I have my gunships up here.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
So they display nice.
Yeah, for sure. Gabe, maybe they're doing like a hard reset. I'm not familiar with retail with like the seasons and stuff.
Target does do like a good reset. Like like early in the year, like in spring. Like usually like February to April, I've kind of found that the toy department's just empty, and then you kind of get into early summer and they pick up.
Yeah. So yeah, check your targets. We also have another $5 or £5 super chat. Pound and euro, I always get mixed up. But my dream would be a high quality Sebulba Black Series figure, or just any quirky prequel stuff minus Jar Jar. I absolutely agree, because when it comes to the prequels, it's not just Jedi and clones that we're in dire need of. It's like all of the other stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like something like Captain Panaka, like the captain of the Naboo Guard. That'd be a great figure. Like, there's a lot of non-Jedi, non-clone figures that I would love to get still.
The lack of Queen Amidala is tragic.
Oh, and she's, like, the red dress Phantom Menace is, like...
Right.
It's some of the most iconic prequel imagery, period. Absolutely needs to happen.
It'd be a traffic cone, and I'd still be happy.
I'd be like, okay.
Right?
Yep.
I don't even want legs under the skirt, do the Moloch treatment and just make it a cone, because the legs wouldn't matter,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just give us good arm range and we're set.
Mm-hmm. I think, geez, you guys, thank you so much. Lazy Jawa coming in with $10 super chat. Thank you. Happy Sunday, guys. I feel like we are just getting over this hill of the slow months for Black Series. The boys hitting 13K, 20 reveals, and ICC Con. This is where the fun begins. Cheers, boys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I agree. We've been in a little bit of a dry spell, January, February, March. Because you could probably tell, because we were scraping to make content. We were like, it's the 10th anniversary of Black Series. Let's literally just go through wave by wave for figure it out.
Damn straight.
I've had a slow review month. There's just nothing right now to get, Everything in the stores is old and there's nothing hitting.
I realized that because we got Wave 34 late 2022, like the Darth Maul Ayla Secura wave. We got that like November of 2022. So for 2023, the only Black Series figures I've picked up have all been gaming greats, like GameStop exclusive.
Yeah, they've been hitting good.
So it's been a minute. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's why I've started dabbling into some other things.
Right.
As you guys will see. Let's see here. I just saw a question from Fig. Now I can't find it. Oh, yeah. Has anyone come across the newest wave in Brick and Mortar yet? Like Wave 34, I've seen Grief Karga and Migs. So, yeah, the wave has hit, like, Target. Is that the wave you're talking about? Or Wave 35 with, like, Luthen, Cassian...
Right, Bix and
Bix.
Mon Mothma.
Luke.
So.
And the HK-87. Yeah, I don't have any of those from the new wave.
Those are still pretty international, it seems. Everyone has them but us.
Okay.
Apparently everyone's had them for a bit but us, too. It's kind of weird that we haven't seen those yet.
Yeah.
It's got to mean they're any time, though.
Right. Mm-hmm. I hope so.
Also, Jeff W., thank you for the $2. Want to bet Keller and Beck is one celebration reveal?
Yeah, no spoilers for the sake of everyone in here who doesn't know what we're talking about, but yes, absolutely, I would love to get that figure.
At least a pipeline. I mean, I'd settle for anything. There's no way they're going to pass on him.
What's up, Jacob?
I love that figure so much, and I'm so happy, which we will talk about later in the stream. Not Obi-Wan. I haven't really been 3D printing a whole heck of a lot because I literally just don't have space. Mm-hmm. And it is in my future plans to get a room that is dedicated to the collection and like out of the basement filming stuff. And I won't have like a bed and shelves like this and stuff, so I'll have much more room. And when that happens, I do plan on jumping back in full time with 3D printing. But for the moment, I don't have room to put anything anywhere. So I can't.
No space.
Right.
No space. For now. Whoa. Kitty cat.
He's pestering me, and he's trying to rub up on my like cord for my mic, and I'm like, no, you're getting held if you're going to be pestering me.
They want to be on stream.
All right.
Yeah.
His name's Ood. He's a pain in the butt.
Ood. We always show off the pets on stream, like whenever.
Oh, now he's mad. Okay.
Whenever Kiwi wants to jump in,
she jumps in.
She jumps in.
And I have a little Ahsoka running around somewhere too, so she might show up. Leave my mic alone.
Gonna unplug the mic.
Yeah. He's like, you don't have anything to say.
No.
Dang, they still say August at Big Bad. Wow.
That was something Tommy and I were talking for ages on Friday. But it's weird how so many of these figures are coming out so far from like their relevancy period. You know, Andor's been done for like 5 months now. Like, I don't want Andor figures right now. I want, I want Mando season 3. I want, Bad Batch showing up. That Omega needs to be in the shelves right now. And we're running on like a 12-month delay on everything.
Yeah, it's weird because I'm assuming Lucasfilm is just very secretive, which they have been known to be very, very secretive. Because sometimes, like, the Kenobi figures kind of came out with the show. With the finale of the show. Yeah. And I'm like, did they tell them about Kenobi designs and not, like, Book of Boba Fett? Because there's pretty much no Book of Boba Fett figures.
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's just odd how... I would love to ask, like, maybe one day we'll have Eric on from the Hasbro team. Because I want to ask about, like, just when exactly they see things or are, like, given information. Because they said... I know definitively they said when Black Chrysanthemum pops up in the Book of Boba Fett, they were seeing that for the first time.
Right.
Like, as Hasbro design team. They're like, whoa, it's Black Chrysanthemum. So I would be interested to see like how Lucasfilm gives them little like nuggets of information.
Right. I've been into Black Series since like day one. Like I got like the red box or the orange line Luke, pilot Luke, shortly when that released. And I've just kind of noticed it's gotten worse. Like every year, the new stuff comes further and further after. Where, I mean, something I was saying to Tommy was like, think to Triple Force Friday. That was 2019. A month before
Mando,
Cal. A month
Cal.
before Fallen Order, we got Cal. A month before Mando, we got the Mandalorian. We had the new Rey and Kylo. 3 months before the movie. And like, I get there's got to be secrets. But I'm just sitting here like a show called Kenobi probably has Obi-Wan in it. You could probably give us an Obi-Wan figure and have it on shelves like 2 months before that show hits. And keep Reva a secret. That one can come a year later. But there needs to be certain things, I mean, they kind of did it with Cassian. They got the exclusive one out there in time. But like that wave needed to come out like 3-4 months ago at the latest.
Yeah. And I'm sure, like, Jayhawk, I agree, because Marvel Legends gets stuff with their movie. Like, when a movie comes out, they have, like, a whole wave to go with it. So maybe their relationship, like, we don't know. Like, we have no clue. Like, their relationship with Marvel might be better than their relationship with Lucasfilm. Or Marvel might let them in on a lot more stuff. And then there's also, like, accuracy to think about. Because would you rather have a figure come out with the show, but it like might be inaccurate, compared to like if you get it a year later, it might be more accurate to how it is in the show or the movie?
Yeah, I mean, you'd want it to be real close, but I mean, even stuff like The Mandalorian, when the first, episode 1 Mando came out, he was only accurate for the first 15 minutes of the first episode. And then he got that shoulder pad, and then we never had an accurate Mando again until season 2 came out. But I mean, to some degree, there's that hype factor. All those Force Fridays, I remember, I had Rey and Kylo Ren, for 4 months before seeing The Force Awakens. And there's that hype factor. Like, I want, we're talking this summer for the show. I want the new Ahsoka figure right now. You need to hype me up with something. And it needs to be out now, and Ahsoka's going to drop when we get our Andor figures a year late. And it's got to be a Lucasfilm thing, not giving them much, but it doesn't feel like they're giving them anything almost.
Yeah, and I agree. 1313, it is getting kind of weird with their pipeline reveals, because the newly told Din, Black Chrysanthemum, and Ki-Adi Mundi were, I'm pretty sure those were October pipelines.
Right, they were at that HasCon thing.
Yeah, so they're pipelining so much that is just like so far off, where I'm like, I don't even know if I want them to pipeline anymore.
Right. Or at least catch up before we,
Yeah, like, don't...
But, like, the next two need to not.
Because this previous one, they were pipelining more things where we haven't seen, like, the previously pipelined stuff, like, physical.
It also kind of throws me off where, like, they'll pipeline a batch of figures, and then they'll show you a couple of them here and a couple of them there. They pipeline Ki-Adi, Mando, and Chrysanthemum on the same go, and now we've seen Ki-Adi, but they knew they were making the other two at the same time. Are they not ready to be shown off? Like, it's just the weird how, you would think they'd show you a batch, you'd get the same batch. Because now you're scattered. They've revealed some of that pipeline and some of another pipeline and some of a third.
There he is.
Yeah, there's 49er. Yeah, for sure. If he pops up in Mando and he's just like wearing the same outfit and they put him in the Mando box, because that's how I feel about the Super Battle Droid. Put him in a Mando box. I don't care. Just get him out there. Just get him out there.
The box is the trash between me and my treasure.
Jonah, I agree. The con exclusives used to be super desirable things that were impossible to get, and now they're silly little Jon Favreau gimmick things. Like, I think that's 1,000 times better than, here's Cad Bane with Toto 360, or to like go back even further, like here's Han and Carbonite with Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Jabba on the dais with the hookah machine, or whatever
Here's
that
Thrawn
is.
with all of his cool stolen treasures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He gets a little dinky pistol otherwise. If you want the cool stuff, you have to go to Comic-Con.
exactly. So I do think I think having these weird gimmicky things in as con exclusives is much better.
For sure.
Commander Cook, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest here for a second. It almost makes sense that all the clones are exclusive, and that is because mainline is usually, big quotes on usually, reserved for new sculpts.
I'm with it.
Like they don't often waste bunny ear quotes and a mainline slot with a repaint. Usually. So I almost, from a certain point of view, think it makes sense that they're like always exclusive, but they're like easy to get. Like with the 187th, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The Jesse, easy. They're mostly easy to get. So I don't know.
Well, Jesse was easy to pre-order. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how he plays out.
Right.
If Walmart, I mean, we're spinning the wheel. Is Walmart gonna start shipping just general orders and ignore the pre-orders? Or are they gonna cancel the pre-orders?
If Jesse is still up for pre-order right now, I would say it's a red flag. And,
Do we
we're-
need to check?
and we're gonna be in for some serious trouble here.
I'm gonna be scared. They took it off their link tree. I'm gonna have to find it naturally.
I left it in the cart, and it says image not available now.
Uh-oh. Maybe it is gone.
So he's straight up delisted.
He's still in stock.
Oh.
Or wait, what? What is this?
He
Okay,
is
no,
out
out
of
of stock. Out of stock.
Okay. He's gone now.
So one of the 17 red flags is gone. So now we
Yeah.
have to work on the other 16.
Yep.
Just take
That's
a
good.
look at that.
But I did
I
want
think we'll
to
get it.
address Risk Llama's comment right here. Walmart's website has third-party sellers on it. That's why you see market value priced things, because not everything is sold straight from Walmart. It's like Amazon. So
Yeah.
Then
That's
you also get some of their exclusives marked up still from Walmart too.
yeah, true.
The Walmart Andor in Disguise and the Imperial Officer from Walmart were available from Walmart for like $41 each for a long time there, for reasons. I guess if y'all want to see something cool, because we're talking about Jesse, he's just kind of hanging out on my desk, but I had a Commander Cook whip this up for me a little bit ago.
That looks so good.
So I had some pictures up. I made a little stand for it just out of a rifle and some hot glue I painted, to lay it like the burial scene. But
Yeah, I definitely. Commander Cook, I know he's in the chat.
yep, got to give him a shout out.
You better get going on some commission. Just start now. Get your inventory up. Because I want one.
No, I told him I commissioned from him a couple of ARF troopers. So because Hasbro doesn't do clones, and so they're head swaps. So they're the AliExpress bodies, and he took the heads off and did the resin printed heads on them. And I was like, dude, do you just keep like a bucket of these pieces, because I would hoard stuff. And I was like, dude, just paint 5 of them and just sit on them, because you're going to be asked. You're going to be asked so many times. And
Nice.
we did a pretty close paint match to the ARC Trooper Echo. I figure they'll probably end up using a very similar shade of blue between. So he does a good helmet. I like it.
Whoa, Hunter. Whoa.
Wow, rolling deep.
Coming in with the Andy Jackson. Thank you so much, Hunter. Would you rather... Ooh, yeah, let's play a game. Would you rather get full waves of figures solely dedicated to era, show, movie, etc., or would you rather get mixed waves, guaranteed one figure per era, or movie, show, prequel, OT, new media, etc.? I'm going to go with the latter.
Agreed. We need a mix.
Balanced. Yeah.
if they did the full wave thing, it would still just be all OT, all new Disney Plus stuff. But at least if you do the mix with a guarantee of each era, at least you're guaranteed to get a couple prequel figures a year.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get one Revenge of the Sith figure, please?
No.
Yeah.
That's a prequel, and Star Wars fans don't like prequels.
Yeah.
That's true.
Those damn that really is, like, you're spot on, because that really is the logic when they try to pitch things, like, to the higher ups, like that, like, we have it on good authority that that really is the culture around when, because they know exactly what we want. Like, so the example that we use is specifically a newly tooled Episode 3 Anakin Skywalker.
Right.
That has officially been pitched, but multiple times. But it's shot down, and it really is because they have the mentality that no one likes the prequels. I remember in 2005, everybody hated it. And, like, yeah, a lot of people hated the prequels when they came out, but there has been an absolute renaissance of prequel appreciation.
The problem was we were all too young to go online and fight our battles on the forum boards. Now we've grown up and our internet filters are gone, and mom and dad can't stop us from, going online and talking to strangers about how much we like these movies.
That's right.
So.
Yeah, so, I mean, you are on the money when it is like, those damn prequels. It's one of those things.
I wanted to go back because Jonah had a good question for Hybrid. What's your favorite Black Series figure at the moment?
Wow.
That's a loaded ass question.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because it changes. Like, it's hard to really stick that. Because, like, my favorite thing right now, and there's a huge recency bias, is the Gaming Great Scorch. He has been hanging out on my desk getting posed while all of my videos render, for the last 2 weeks. And, before that, it could have been probably that rocket launcher stormtrooper, I mean, there's always a recency bias. Yeah, break out the jars, right? Honestly, I'm really, really happy with Fennec Shand. That's, I mean, if we're going to talk about just general sculpt work and likeness and everything, with the Rosario Dawson Ahsoka as like a very close second, like Fennec kind of edged her out for me a little bit. I just liked the intricate, they got the patterning to the fabric of the costume done. It's just they want to say, something has special tooling we can never reuse and, paint apps and stuff, but then they'll go and they'll do a really intricately tooled figure like Fennec and not call her a deluxe, but like Fennec's a really solid figure. So I think Fennec right now.
Nice.
And it also fits in a jar because it's small, so,
Yeah, for sure. Lil Hank, you should have got in, man.
Right.
I do, not specifically with you, Lil Hank, but I do find it funny that everyone was hating on Boss, including ourselves, and now it's like, I need Boss. The whole team is completed. I need Boss.
It went.
Yes.
Yeah. It went from I'm passing on these figures to anyone got Boss for a decent price?
Yeah. Again, not you, Lil Hank, but everyone, Instagram, Discord, everywhere.
Wow, he has.
Yep. Yeah, because he's gone. He's gone off the GameStop website. So
he got.
They took him off the website.
Well, he got clearanced out like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And my local GameStop had like 5 or 6, and I saw that he got marked down to $12 or $15. And I thought, I'm going to go and grab like 2 or 3 of them for like custom fodder. And I went, my buddy who works there was like, yeah, like as soon as they went up, someone did an online order and cleaned out the local store. So, I mean, Boss is long gone at this. I haven't seen him at a GameStop in ages, just the other 3.
Yeah. I knew that was going to happen, even though, for the record, I do agree a newly tooled Commando sculpt would have been worth it with the amount of reuse that they could have gotten out of a proper sculpt.
Right.
I wholeheartedly agree with that sentiment, but I knew this was going to happen. I knew when all 4 figures are out, they're gonna look cool together.
Right.
Yep.
And so that's why I got them.
I never minded. I mean, I think to some degree, if you think of like any early 2000s video game with armored characters, they were almost, it was like those Power of the Force 2 figures where they were almost bulkier than they would be in like a live action equivalent, and the Clone Wars kind of slimmed them down. I didn't mind that because I kind of just said, oh, these are Clone Wars ones in a Republic Commando box. But I do get where a lot of people were like, that's wrong. But I mean, they're gaming greats. They're not gonna do that dedicated a retool.
Right.
So
and if they did a plain white Commando in a Bad Batch box on the Hunter body, I'd buy that too.
in multiples.
I would buy that
But
one
they
too.
are starting to do gaming greats with new tooling. So I think now that they're doing that, I'm like,
That is true.
They could have done it. What's up, Action Display?
Hey, what's up, Action?
I think gaming greats, I mean, it's nice they're doing the new tooling. I think they're in trouble though, like with that GameStop arrangement.
I think they're slowly phasing them out.
Like I have, as mentioned, I have a buddy who works at my local one, and he's also a collector. And sometimes I'd go in on slow days, and we would just pull through because sometimes stuff would get added to their system months in advance, and he kind of had an eye for that's gonna be a Black Series thing once it's no longer a series of numbers. And there has not been anything, that's turned into gaming greats in a long time there. Which kind of sucks because if gaming greats goes to being a mainline thing, we're gonna go from getting like 8 a year to 1 a year tops.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I like them. Gaming greats is my favorite sideline.
Yeah. Maybe they'll go like fan channel exclusive on some of the like more like just like standard like repainted options. I think
Right.
that'd be cool with me. I'd be down for someone else to take the reins on that. But
Right. And they can't say it's GameStop's fault either because there's been a lot of them that have just been kind of duds. The Knight Brothers and.
Yep. I'm currently playing the game of how low can I go for the Archer.
Right. I got him. I got that one a little bit early because my buddy found that it would let him override the street date on that for me by like 2 days.
Nice.
And so he was like, actually, because you pre-ordered it, it will just let me release it to you. And I was like, oh, cool. So do that. And so I got that video out a little early. But like I'm not army building those, not like I would, the jet troopers or, you're not going to go and buy a bunch of Knight Brothers that have the same markings.
Right. Especially when they are actually like slightly different. If you look at the game models, like it should be something just slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
And Fig coming in. Justin, your mic is muted.
Yeah, I was typing rapidly because I'm conversating with some chat. Whenever I do that, I try to mute the mic, but then I always forget. But thank you, Fig. Execute Order 66.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Fig.
Appreciate your support, my friend.
Yep.
But yeah, we were talking about the sculpted plastic of Fennec Shand and how normally I'm like, yeah, soft goods, but I think the Black Series having the hard plastic on like the lower parts, you get that textured like sequin detail. It's better than soft goods where you're just not able to get that detail. So this is like the one instance where I'm like, yes, the hard plastic looks better.
Yeah,
like a rubber skirt below the knee, I'd rather it be fabric, but above the knee, Fennec can still do every kneeling sniper pose you want. There's no limitation.
Yeah, but thank you, Fig.
Yeah.
Always appreciate your support, my friend.
Thank
Also,
you.
we're almost at 100 likes. We need 6 more likes to get a hundo. That's always the goal for the stream. So thank you in advance. Yeah, I did see those Ollie's figures. I saw Archive, Chewbacca. What else was there? Oh, Dr. Evazan and Ponda Baba.
At our Ollie's?
Oh, it was a different one.
I was gonna
There's
say
one in Illinois.
I was gonna say ours has been dry. I've been trying to eyeball for some custom fodder.
Yep.
I saw all of them that everyone's finding. I ended up getting a Miggs. He's kind of hanging out on my desk. He's just gonna be a trooper on the shelf. I still can't talk myself into Dr. Evazan and Ponda Baba. They're all over. There's nowhere on my shelf for them.
They're so good though. They're so
Oh,
fun.
I mean, they look amazing. I mean, they're amazing instances of sculpt work from Hasbro, but I'm kind of like feeling OT burnout with the line lately. You know, I'm not burned out with the new Disney Plus stuff yet, but I understand why a lot are.
I think for OT, I want them to jump into the background pool a little more, which they
Right.
started to do with Figure and Dan. But Han, Luke, Leia, pump the brakes. Like, let's start to get some background aliens and unique secondary characters, like something like the Imperial Gunner, which it would be
Right.
such an easy figure for them to do. Plus, it's an army builder.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
They've almost done the whole slate with Han, Luke, and Leia. Unless they start redoing them, they're almost out of OT options.
Yeah, Bespin Red Dress is like the last one.
Right.
Yep. And back to Tank Luke. Don't forget about.
Okay, I would love a back to
He
tank.
wears-
We could also still get, and I would love this because I don't have them, but photoreal updated versions of Han and Luke in Stormtrooper disguise.
Agreed. Or even redos on the new body would be
Yeah.
ideal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Take that George
preferable.
Lucas body and just do that.
Preferable. But yeah, I would take those.
Mhm.
But then
Yeah.
after that, I really don't know what else there would be.
Right, they're out. I mean, they've done everything.
Yeah.
Lando wearing Han's outfit
Ah,
at the end of
there we
Empire
go.
Strikes Back.
There we go. There we go.
On store shelves for the rest of time.
Yeah.
Most Wanted OT, I'm gonna go. Honestly, Imperial Gunner is a huge one because I look at my Empire shelf and it's like we have every design.
Other
ATST driver too. Lobot and what's Nine Num to go with
I like
General
those.
Lando.
I like those.
Those are good.
It's
picks.
really not that many, and then all the background like Cantina alien stuff, whatever I can get, I'll gobble it up. Literally anything. Jay Boomus, thank you for the channel support. Driving home from Nashville. Thanks for making the drive entertaining. No problem. Thanks for listening. You've been listening to Out of the Basement Radio.
Out of the Basement Radio.
We don't trap shit. Trapaholics. We need like a Clone Wars. Like, what is? I forget what they say. Like, this one's out to the mud jumpers. Like, I forget what they say.
We also do have
Minbon.
a $9.99 super chat from Sebastian here. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for the super chat, Sebastian. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, appreciate
Yes,
that.
Moma Nadon, Hammerhead, aka Zutton. Because TVC got Zutton. We can get him too.
Yep.
Oh, there he is.
Every single Jabba's Palace alien too, including the ridiculous ones like Efont Mon and Hermiodal.
Yak Face and obviously the Max Rebo band is some of our most desirable.
A Man.
Have you guys been looking at the ICCC guest list? Is that
Oh,
a
yeah.
draw for you guys? They have like the Max Rebo puppeteer going.
I saw that. I was like,
I was like,
yes.
that's where we're gonna find them. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
to ICCC.
I'm hanging out with Max.
They're gonna be hanging out in Max's line.
Definitely considering taking the poster down behind me and bringing
Oh, yeah.
that with.
I mean, you got to get it signed. You're gonna meet Max Rebo. Like or you're gonna be in the same building as him. You have to.
Yeah, I
Treat
think that'd be super cool.
I love the Rebels support
Yeah.
that we're getting.
True.
I only know Freddie Prinze Jr. because
Yeah, he's the only big one.
by name. Yeah, and he's in some classic horror that we like, and obviously
Scooby-Doo, too.
Scooby Doo, one of the goated.
Yeah.
With like Sarah Michelle Gellar, and then she was also one of the Inquisitors, so we've always liked that. But the voice actor for Ezra, Hera, Kanan, and now I'm
Zeb.
Zeb, who's Spike Spiegel. I saw
Yes.
that. I was like, oh man, that's cool.
They've
Super
been-
dope.
They've been announcing one a week, and there's no way they don't get Sabine. You know, at this point, like that's who they have to do next Friday. Like I'm calling it.
Right.
I would put good old American currency down on that, and that's
And then Sarah Michelle Gellar comes, and I get my copy of Scream 2 signed.
Yes.
She is expensive. I mean, just having done the con circuit a lot, she doesn't go to cons. She does private signings, and she's like $200-$300, like for just the basic scribble. You know, not even making it out to your name or anything. I mean, I've met a bunch of people, but I mean, I try to be a little budget friendly.
Yeah.
right.
Yesterday, I was at Fan Expo Cleveland, and I could have met Carl Weathers, but he was like $300 if you wanted him to sign an action figure.
Ooh.
And his story is he doesn't like seeing his like signed boxing gloves on eBay going for $300, so he tries to price those people out. But it priced me out, and I'm not putting it on eBay. I want you to put my name on it, so only I can have it. So,
I'm gonna bring my copy of Predator, sir.
Yeah, literally. That's what I was thinking. Like Freddie Prinze Jr., I'd be like, sign my I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, exactly.
he'd probably like that. You know, I mean, going to Star Wars Con and being asked about something outside of that's not Scooby Doo.
That's like that would totally be me too,
Uh-huh.
as well.
Like I've always talked about if I ever could meet Katie Sackhoff, I would have her sign my copy of Halloween Resurrection.
Right.
I literally I pray we can someday meet Katie Sackhoff and just be like, I loved you in Halloween
Like-
Resurrection.
Like I'm not even joking at all. I really do like this movie. I'm super nostalgic for it. And I want her to sign my copy.
Not to flex. I've met Katie Sackhoff.
Whoa.
She's crazy nice. It was this time last year. It was at last year's Fan Expo Cleveland.
Nice.
And I got to tell her about. I've been watching Mando with my mom and my aunt every week. You know, Wednesday night I go to their house, and that's what we do. And they've not, you know, they're older. They haven't watched Clone Wars. They didn't grow up on it. And so, like, I was like, you know, when your episode came on in season 2 and you showed up, like, I freaked out. You know, like she lands. I was like, "That's Bo-Katan," and they're looking at me like I'm smoking something funny. Because they're like, "Why is this dude freaking out?" And I'm like, "That's Bo-Katan."
Yeah. Did I acknowledge this? Jeff W. Super Chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, Porkins. You already know I would pick up a Porkins.
Heck yeah.
We need an X-Wing, though. I hope that
true.
if they ever do an X-Wing, make it Porkins X-Wing.
Tomas, that is the one where Michael gets kung fu'd.
Right.
Yes, by
One of Busta Rhymes.
Yes, Busta Rhymes.
One of the greatest moments in cinema. Right there.
Like, I just think that'd be so funny, and I would just want to see what she would say.
Right.
And I want to know how often someone says, "Hey, I love Halloween Resurrection."
Right?
Not often.
Zoo Boy, that's awesome. Reanimator is a wacky good time. It's a wacky
Yes,
good
it's great.
time.
Reanimator is great. No, Porkins not on the pilot of his body.
Yeah. No, what they should have done was HasLab X-Wing, and then the pack-in figure was Porkins.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't they say in Luke Ness's interview with, I'm blanking on Eric, didn't he say that like they had prototyped it and it was so big they were like, we can't do it?
Yes.
I've been of the mindset that they just need to do that HasLab and let me decide if it's too big for me.
Right.
Because I'll 3D print a wall mount, you know, stick it on the wall somewhere in a landed position, you know, just to.
I even think, you know, they could do the TVC route where technically the TVC X-Wings are underscaled. You know, they're not true 3 3/4 inch sized.
Big enough.
I feel like they could do a big enough X-Wing and most people would be pretty satisfied with that. I know I would be.
Yeah.
Luke Ness, are you going to wear a bag on your head at the con?
I was wondering that.
Or are you going to show us? You're going to come up. I was thinking
Lukeness
about
wears
this.
a ski mask.
I'm gonna hear him. I'm gonna hear the Lukeness voice, but I'm not gonna know like his face. So I'm like,
Right.
I'd be like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Yeah, go away. No,
So,
I was wondering, like, Luke Ness has to get his fan film out, like, now.
and if you're in
right.
our video, I'm going to have to pixelate your face, which there is pixelation on the software I use. I was thinking about that. I'm like, we're going to meet up with some people, and we're going to be filming, and then there's just going to be a blurred out, pixelated Luke Ness.
I'll be vlogging, and my software does not have pixelation. So,
Oh, no!
Yeah. Yeah, Zavi, we're going to ICC Con, and literally so many people we know are also going. Zach from Black Series Cantina, Hybrid Toy Reviews himself. I know Jacob and Jackson from
I think
1313.
Jackson's up in the air. It's going to be... Jacob's pretty sure he's going to go, and he's pretty sure that if he goes, his dad, who's Obi-Shan, would be going.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
so we'll
nice.
be getting Jacob and Obi-Shan.
And
Skywalker
Luke Ness.
Hendricks.
Oh, yeah, Hendrix
Sick.
and Luke Ness Monster, obviously. So there's going to be a whole gang of little Black Series creators
Right.
at the con. So, yeah, this will be my first. I've been to one horror con in Chicago, which was a blast, but this will be my first, like, traditional Star Wars convention.
They're
Yeah.
a good time.
Yeah.
Bring a bunch of money. That's what it's really about.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
Literally. That's the most
I was literally
fun.
thinking about selling some of my collection just to, like, prepare for that.
I'm going to be listing stuff. I need to raise some funds. I've got a
Oh,
bin
yeah.
of loose figures, and we got to get them gone.
All right, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Nice, Lukeness. We got to get Lukeness to 10K. So then it's all good. We can do it. We can do that.
We'll push for Luke Ness.
Yeah. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm like getting my cell pile together. I'm digging through my bins that are just filled with figures that are in package that I just don't have any room for at all, but I just buy and then put it in a bin.
Right.
Gotta dump some of those off.
I had a table at a local con a couple months ago, and then everything that was left, the boxed figures, I sold to a local like buy sell trade kind of store, and I had a bin of loose figures and I mean I was pricing to sell. I mean it was like some of them that were worth a bit I had for like $10, but most of them were $5. A lot of like solo type troopers and stuff. I had so many range troopers that I didn't want, and I'm like, just get rid of them, $5 each.
Right.
And I did sell a lot of those, but I just had a lot. So they're, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I think I might put them on my Instagram though, try and get some word out there. I might post in the 1313 Discord first, not to shout them out, but that's where you might get first dibs at.
There you go.
So some good
Someone
deals.
say first dibs.
I want them gone. I don't want to keep them. So, they're priced to move.
Price to move them.
Jayhawk, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I'm waiting for his. Oh, don't do that to me, man. It makes me want to barf.
Oof.
Nate and I were backers. We would have been we would have been somehow filming a review for it somehow.
I was at a weird point with the Rancor where like I didn't want it, but I didn't want to miss that video. So I was like, I will buy it. I will review it. I didn't like any of the tiers. I'm not a giant Rancor fan, I was one of those guys who was like, if you have the right tiers, I'd probably buy it just for those and sell the Rancor. And so like then like it didn't happen, but I was like, I'm not going to miss that video, and I know I can resell it for more. And then it didn't happen, so it didn't matter anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we were absolutely gutted,
Right?
Yeah.
over the failure. That was such a. I'm glad it's over because it was very controversial time with the channel and everything. But man, and especially like around this time, I know they would have started to arrive.
Right. People are getting the Proton Pack that was at the same time, and what the Galactus is starting to show up. Wasn't that also at the same time?
Yep.
Yeah, because there's 3 going on.
Right.
All right, I think it's time. Typical basement lamps sipping over the Rancor. Exactly.
That's right.
Lamp. That's the new meme. I don't know what it means, but it's the new meme.
I think moth memes, like those old moth memes, every time I hear people say lamps in the chat.
Yeah.
No.
Is that like, I'm like, okay, Hasbro is the lamp, and I'm like the moth coming to the light.
Right.
I'm like, zzz, like, give me the Hasbro products. Give me the Black Series.
You are.
Buzz.
That was a meme trend for a little bit there, but I mean that's old. That's a few years out now.
Yeah.
See you there, Commander Cook.
It's 9 hours for me. I'm going.
Yeah, we're actually spending the night at Zach from Black Series Cantina's house. So if you guys
Sleep
don't hear
over.
from if you guys don't hear from us,
He's an axe murderer.
we're dead.
We're gonna ping the Discord with our location.
Right.
I can't wait to vlog that. That's gonna be a fun filming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, we're going in. He opens the door and says, "Hey guys, I'm gonna show you my Black Series collection."
Sit down right here.
No, but it'll be very surreal to sit where he sits and film an episode. Yeah. Louisville.
Yeah,
There was
lol.
There was a big vlog that 1313 did for Comic-Con Erie last fall.
Right.
And like Skywalker Hendricks traveled to Erie for that, and I live like 45 minutes from him, and Latendi, a 212 hunter, traveled from Wisconsin, and Ben Taylor, who does Ben's toy photography, came up, and it was just a big party weekend. And on the last day, they took us up to their set room, and I mean, I felt like a kid on his first Toys R Us trip again. You're just kind of whoa, like I still have it. I've been in there a few times, and so I can only imagine seeing other people's display rooms in person. It's never the same as how it looks on camera.
Right. It'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting time. But yeah, that's late May.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going, come say hi. Anyone out there in the chat?
Yes.
Want to come say hi? Make us feel like Big Shot?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, we can get into recent pickups now. Who would like to go first?
I say me because I have one thing.
All right, sounds good.
Just get it out of the way because it's not Star Wars related. It's McFarlane, of course.
Of course.
Because McFarlane's the only thing that delivers these days.
Right.
They're on time and prompt with their figures. So I got the Kingdom Come Armored Batman.
Ooh.
Hooray.
Nice.
I enjoy me a nice Kingdom Come. It's a good storyline. Fantastic artwork. And couldn't pass on the corresponding Batman. So that's all I got this week.
I like this. Nate, are you sick? Just one?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Sick of emptying his wallet every week.
Yeah.
Likeness.
I got to, got to take it easy because at the convention I'm probably going to be irresponsible. So.
Oh, 100%. I'm being very unresponsible that weekend.
Yeah. So.
I'm coming back with so much stuff I don't need, but that instant, endorphin rush will pay for it.
Right. Absolutely. Nice. Yeah, my pile of loot is supposed to be here today. It's only 2 things, but I guess
I'm gonna check.
We'll have to wait till next week.
So,
right.
How does pile of loot work? Because like I've bought from Big Bad Justin just had immediately shipped. Like, do they charge you per item as they pile it up, or is it just one big bill when you're ready to have it?
They charge you as it processes into your pile of loot.
Okay.
But the whole point of it is if you're buying, if you're like pre-ordering or buying multiple things, you can ship everything in one box for only $4 instead of spending the $4 on every item.
Right. No, that makes sense.
So it's actually really good.
Right. Yeah.
I would highly recommend.
If you got one thing coming out one week and one the next, and you don't care if you get the first thing a week late, then that's
Still out for delivery. I know Kiwi would tell me if it's here.
I'd hate to lose control of that, and just have a big pile that's a bill that's yet to be paid. And
yeah, so you would already have all the figures paid off, but there's no tax until the very end.
Oh,
so it's shipping It's $4 shipping, and then the tax on each item that you have.
That's a good system though. I like that.
Yeah, it really is. And I totally wish it was here because there's 5 figures in here.
5.
Hopefully they show up before you get off. You can add to your pickups.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for me. So.
Oh, nice. All right. Skywalker Legend coming in with some channel support. Since the packaging is windowless now, I would love to see the package double as a background for specific scenes. What do you guys think? That could be cool. That could be a cool thing to put on the back.
Mm-hmm. Right. I'd go for that, or an insert, inside the box somewhere, because they used to have an insert anyway behind the window.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So kind of like how the Micro Galaxy stuff does, at least the gunships, they have like a Geonosis cloud background thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that'd be cool. I like that idea. Just like a small little, kind of like the Stormtrooper Disney pack thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it has like the Imperial like Death Star walls backdrop. Nice, Jayhawk. That's a great set. That's one of my favorites.
Awesome pickup.
I see Batman.
Oh, fingerprint.
Yeah, I do see your fingerprints.
I didn't realize it had the whole wing set in there. That's awesome.
Yep. Yeah, and they're on hinges, so
right.
Nice.
Make it work however you want.
Yep.
All right, Hybrid, you want to go next?
Yeah, I got some stuff. I got some cool stuff to show off. My GameStop buddy texted me Friday right as I was leaving work. GameStop's everywhere. I've been at a few this weekend. They're getting the Return of the Jedi Wave 1, so he held Wicket for me. So
nice.
Finally have Wicket, and GameStop, I believe it's through today, as if you have the Power Up Rewards thing, Hasbro stuff is 30% off. So instead of getting him for the $26.99, he rang up for $18.99.
Okay.
So I got a good deal on Wicket there.
Nice.
The other day, I did a big Target hunt. I decided late to the game that I wanted all those Clone Wars repainted Micro Galaxy gunships.
Mm-hmm.
What I have up top is just the regular one, and then the Plows Bros and the Crumb Bomber. 1313 Tommy saw at a Target a couple hours from us, and I didn't see his text until after he left that they had the green one. So I made the run for that.
Nice.
And then I thought of another place that I never really go hunting for stuff. And he was looking for the red, like the Senate Guard one, and so was I. And I found 2 of the red one.
Ooh.
So I was able to help. I was able to help out Tommy there.
Nice.
As mentioned yesterday, I was at Fan Expo Cleveland, and they had this really cool art vendor, Pixel Empire. And they had a lot of like fan art posters. I don't know if you guys are into Avatar Last Airbender. So I dabble a bit, but they had like a Welcome to Ba Sing Se poster.
Sweet.
And I was like, that's like a really... And I kept going back. I'm very selective coming out of the space. And like, I went and I looked at it like 4 times. And I was like, there's nowhere to put it, but I'm going to buy it.
Yes.
And then...
Worrying about space comes later.
Yeah. Right.
That
Well,
comes later.
Well, I'm starting to use my bedroom now as like a streaming room. So like I've got wall space in here, but the living room's full.
Yeah, I like the lights up there towards the ceiling with the gunships.
That was a new addition. The shelves are just what was on them. I'm going to reorganize those better. But the gunships, the other gunships are going to get hung up kind of like flanking them. And
nice.
I just got a shipping notice yesterday for the 03 Tarkovsky one.
Nice. I picked that one up last week.
Right. So I have that coming. That's going to be here soon.
Yeah.
And then at Fan Expo Cleveland, I met 2 actors. I met Peter Cullen, who is the voice of Optimus Prime. So
nice.
I got a picture with him, and I got an autographed Funko Pop.
Sweet.
So Funko Pops are like kind of the way to go because you can get the Funko stacks and protect them real easy. And with Black Series, you kind of have to like find a third-party protector.
Right.
But then they also had Sean Gunn, and he's probably my favorite Guardians of the Galaxy character.
That's awesome.
So I had his Kraglin Pop signed too.
Nice.
And he's a really nice guy, and he does quotes. He did Captain's Gonna Teach Stuff. and I like Kraglin a lot in those movies. So had to meet Sean Gunn,
Nice.
and that's pretty well my pickups, my recent ones at least. So I thought I'd
Nice.
pick some really cool stuff to show off.
Solid haul. Solid haul.
Yeah.
Justin must be getting his pile of loot, I have
Oh
to
man,
assume.
his haul's about to outshine us.
I know, right?
So I don't
Yeah,
know if he
he's-
can outshine me. I met a talking truck yesterday, so
Right. It's kind of hard to top that.
it was really weird, like actually seeing him turn into a truck after the photo op. I didn't think
You're-
he could do it.
You're like, wait a minute.
Right. You think the arthritis would stop him, but nope.
He's flexible.
The weird thing too was he did the voice for me,
Yeah.
and watching the movies, there's kind of like a robot-y, kind of like tinny, like it sounds like they've put an effect on it.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't put an effect on it. He can do that. He sounds like
Oh.
a speaker when he's doing it.
That's so weird.
And I mean, he did it, and I was like, whoa, because I was expecting something close.
Right.
But then he was like, I am Optimus Prime. And I'm like, holy.
That's awesome, though.
So it was really cool, though.
Yes.
Justin, what happened,
Yeah.
brother?
I got my big bad toy store.
Where's mine?
I couldn't.
Where's mine?
You're right, Jonah. Perfect timing. I literally was delaying myself to go last. So I'm like, maybe
Right.
there's a chance.
To the
Maybe
last
there's a
moment.
chance. And I heard Kiwi barking. I was like, all right. All right. Were you guys done with your pickups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I genuinely don't know where to start. So,
Probably
2 weeks of pickups.
yeah.
He's
I haven't
crazy.
Been on the stream. So I got both of the new gaming greats, Scorch and the B1. Yes, very old news.
Yeah.
Since I have not been on stream. I have them right here. Nate did a review on these guys.
Yep. Check it out.
Great review.
Thank you.
Scorch is amazing, and they randomly knocked it out of the park with Scorch.
Yep. They literally poured all their love into Scorch.
The
He
B1's
looked-
pretty good, too. I do like the paint job on him.
Yeah.
I
I was just gonna say I wish it could just be a little bit darker gray, and then I would have been
Yeah.
fully satisfied.
Right. Like it's like a very plastic-looking gray.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna go in order. So, Amazon screwing me up with my McFarlane stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I had pre-ordered the whole wave of the Dark Knight trilogy, which is 4 figures. Yes, it's Christmas Miracle. And I pre-ordered them all in the same order, same wave, same everything. They all had the same release date. Also, thank you, Commander Cook, and we'll see you later. Thanks
Yeah.
for
Relevant.
sticking with us
Thank you.
and checking out the stream. Thank you so much. And they all had the same arrival date. And then they just randomly, on the day of arrival, they all changed. All 4 of them got different dates. So I've been getting them single, which also messing up my finances because I just wanted to pay them all at once.
Right.
So the first one that popped up by itself is Two-Face, Harvey Dent.
Nice.
Which I have not opened these yet, so I was planning to open them on stream if I could, but that was before I got my pile of loot, so I might want to open some stuff in there. By himself. This was 1 day after estimated arrival. The next day was Batman by himself,
Nice.
which looks great. I'm a big Christopher Nolan fan. Love the Dark Knight trilogy. And then a couple weeks later, just yesterday, got Joker
Oh yeah.
by himself, and I'm still waiting for Scarecrow, so I can't even build Bane yet.
Ah, so close yet so far.
And I like the no gun thing, so it's like he just comes with money.
Yep.
It's a cool accessory.
It's not about the money.
Right.
It's about sending a message.
I'm a man of my word.
So that's McFarlane.
I guess we're kind of winning there. At least Hasbro hasn't gotten no gun on us yet.
Yeah, no blaster.
Hasbro or Black Series becomes an accessory-less line at that point.
And if you guys checked out my vlog, you'll know I went to a toy show and bought a Christmas ornament.
That's so sick.
The Gungan submarine.
I love that.
And hey, the warranty is good for the whole year of 2003. So
wow,
I'm glad.
Really standing by their product.
And look at that price. In 2003, you would have been paying $24 for a Phantom Menace Christmas ornament. And it does light up. It has like a cord in it. And you can tell that Obi, Qui-Gon, and Jar Jar are in there. So it's one of those things where it was like a local toy show. It's kind of a smaller show. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I gotta leave with something. All right. So, I dabbled into Micro Galaxy Squadron. All right. I just dabbled because I was one of the reasons why I missed an episode of Figure It Out, and one of the streams is I was at my cousin's wedding in up north in Wisconsin, and at a random Walmart out there, because we were checking the figs, I found a chase. So I found Luke Skywalker's X-Wing, but it's with his Jedi robes, and instead of his X-Wing outfit.
Nice.
One of 5,000.
I just ended up finding that very recently too, actually.
Ooh,
nice.
So it was probably 2 weeks ago.
Should I grab mine so all three of us can hold it up at once?
Yeah.
Go look what we got.
So I'm desperately looking for that Ahsoka one. I mean, it angers me that they're like, Ahsoka's a well-liked character. Let's make her a chase. Like this is the perfect chase.
Oh my god.
Whoa,
oh my god.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Oh, there's the X-Wing.
Right.
Hey. So I saw this and I was like, one of 5,000? I'm picking it up.
I can't believe that we're finding them this late. Like, those have been out for some time.
Oh, really?
Like I mean, like, it's because they were wave one, you know? I mean, they've been available since the line showed up.
I'm not really familiar. I just saw Chase and I was like, I picked that one.
It was weird when I saw it because it was on a peg of Luke X-Wings, and it was on the front of the peg. And I remember my eyes kept going to it, and I kept, like, pawing through and looking at the others. Oh, man. The Sabine one's awesome, too. I would go for it.
Nate just flexing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But
Nate just casually flexing.
But I kept looking at the peg and looking at the other Lukes, and I remember I walked away, and then I came back, like there was something like look closer, and like I finally like saw the sticker, and I was like, oh wait.
Yeah.
Basement bullies flexing their chases.
We only get chases up in here.
All right.
Yeah.
I know y'all aren't crazy Funko people. I'm not really either, but I did see the Chase Quantumania Wasp the other day, so I had to have that.
Yeah, there's just
that Chase sticker, and I'm just like mine every time.
Yeah, there is just something about the experience of finding a Chase in the wild,
right?
Especially when it's something that you're interested in, like. For Micro Galaxy Squadron, I only collect the chases. Well, I did get the Monolith 10
really?
lat.
Yeah.
I mean, that's because that's Tartakovsky. But
right, you got to support that.
Yeah. But otherwise, though, it's like finding those chases is awesome, especially like this is what blows my mind is like something like this would be a chase.
Right. I mean, it's sort of deep cut. I mean, it was one episode of Rebels.
Yeah, but you know, it's like it's Sabine.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Sabine? Who doesn't love the Rebels crew?
I could see them going on with with like if they ever did a Ghost though, they could pull those figures and then like the ship is the TIE fighter being the rare element.
Yeah.
I think they did that for the Ahsoka Jedi Starfighter. She was in the blind packs.
Is that
like a pirate speeder? And so I don't know if they tweaked the figure at all, but like the ship there is kind of the rare thing.
Oh yeah, I think
Cracked
it
the
is.
pile of loot already. Saving that for last.
I do actually have the Ahsoka blind box Micro Galaxy Squadron figure. Yeah, I think it's the same.
I, a little bit back, actually found the Cobb Vanth on the speeder, the Chase, the rare for that set.
Nice.
And it was actually the night Quantumania came out. I hit a Walmart after doing a late night showing, and they had one box on the shelf, and it had been like torn open because my local Walmart shoppers are heathens, and they always tear them open, and it's always, a clone of a Walker or something. But I looked, and it was Cobb Vanth, and I was like, how did they not know? Why are they opening and then leaving this behind?
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm gonna buy it. Like, I'm obligated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the Plos Bros is not a chase. Those are just like paint job variants. But they're not chases, right? Yeah.
So what they are is they are a set. There's 4 Republic gunships. They were Target exclusives. They're delisted from the website. So there's no way to know what stores have them, and I've been seeing them less and less lately. They were Clone Wars variants. There was the Plos Bros, the Crumb Bomber. There was the green one with like a skull clone helmet, the Separatist Nightmare, and then there was a like a Coruscant Guard, the red one.
Yeah.
And they were randomly packed. They all had the same barcode item number. So like Target's app could tell you your local store has 3. It couldn't tell you which 3.
Oof.
So there was still an element of surprise, and you could order them, but you would get a random one in the mail.
Yep. I also found on the way back we stopped at one of the Targets. This is one of 15,000, so it's considered a rare.
I have
not a chase. But yes, this is Ahsoka's as opposed to Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter.
and Anakin's is coming.
Ooh.
They are doing I thought I saw the triangle Anakin one as part of the next wave, but they're also doing the Edda 2 ones.
And then I'm an idiot. And I don't have space for this sort of stuff. But then I saw this one on sale. And I was like, 50% off. And then, like you said earlier, on the website, it was like 10 something. I was like, all right. The fact that it's like the prequel Slave one is really cool. Because usually every time you see the ship, it's Boba Fett's paint scheme.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that it's Django's is just so cool. So I think with the chases, I'm gonna keep in box, hang them up on the wall. But with the bigger ones that I just get on clearance, I'm gonna like you have it, like hang from the ceiling.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, there's no way to run out of ceiling space. And they hang up with thumbtacks. I mean, that's all I use.
That's how far we've come. We're
Right.
hanging stuff up on the ceiling. Hey, free real estate up there.
Right. It's thumbtacks and fishing line.
Listen,
Ooh.
More. So this was at your Target, Nate. This was also 50% off.
Ooh.
nice.
And I was like, all right. The Lat gunship is like one of my favorite vehicles in all of Star Wars.
That's where they got me, was with the gunship repaints. I was like, I'm just going to complete the gunship fleet.
Yeah. So, it's similar to Nate. I only got into this because I found chases, but then stuff like this, sale. I don't think I would pay full price for anything like this.
Yeah.
The fact that it was 50% off, that's just immediate pickup.
If you want more motivation, I'll show you. Target has on their website the Millennium Falcon is $24.99.
Dang.
And every Target has Millennium Falcons, and they will price match their website, or you can do the in-store pickup. So, and that's the only one with electronics.
Oh, it actually like lights up or something?
It has lights, it has sounds, and if I remember correctly, it has reactive sounds where if you like swoosh it, it makes a as it goes.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Other similar onomatopoeia. So
nice. Yeah, they're hard to resist once they get cheaper, but I think honestly they're pretty easy to pass on at full price.
Yeah. I waited a long time to get my first one. I think my first one was the TIE Fighter, and it was because my local Target put them on sale for like the small ships on sale for like $4 each. And I was like, I'm gonna buy these 2 TIE Fighters and the ATST. I spent $12, and I ended up getting a Luke X-Wing at Walgreens for $7. And I was like, okay, like I can do these for like real cheap.
Yeah.
It kind of reminded me of like the what was the line? Action Fleet in the late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a good continuation almost. They sort of scale, kind of.
I wish they. The only thing is, they need to include stands with these figures.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
like that is so mind blowing to me that they don't have stands.
Right. They, yeah, I mean, like, you got to put them in the ship, otherwise you're going to lose them.
Mm-hmm.
Girlfriend wants to get into it. Do it. Do it for the girlfriend.
That's right.
My
All
girlfriend got invested in them when we were like hunting for gunships. Like she's like on it now. So
Yeah. Continuing with my recent pickups, I got a P.O. Box pickup from Disciple 806. Ooh. We've been chatting a lot in the Discord, and this person specializes in making your dreams come true. So I'm always talking about the Dark Trooper from the OG Battlefront games. So he... and the Jet Troopers. So he made me both of those, but then he saw our Black Series Blunder episode of the Clone Trooper Lieutenant. So then he put that package on pause. He was like, hold up. I'm going to squeeze in a proper
Whoa!
Phase 1 Lieutenant on the old body, like how I want, to maintain the proportions with them.
in an accurate shade of blue.
Yes, the accurate shade of blue and no weathering, like how the blue Lieutenant has. So they said it was very hard to do the line work on this, but I think it looks really good.
Yeah.
It looks official.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also one for Nate,
Hey!
so you can finally replace your inaccurate Lieutenant.
We should put the other lieutenant in a blender.
Yeah.
Right. The full Sid from Toy Story on him.
Yeah. So this, I have him posed like he's holding the weapon, but I took out the weapon, which I'll show in a second. But this is the Jet Trooper from the original Battlefront game. Love the kit, the jetpack on that.
Man.
I've always loved the green visor jetpack trooper. Yeah. And specifically, I think this is the new clone body with a shortened torso, larger shoulder pads, and then an archive helmet.
Nice.
So
that looks great.
He always makes it look like... because we say we always love the theatrical look.
Right.
And it comes with the blaster, too.
Ooh.
With... well, he gave me like a bunch of accessories for these. Because there's these that plug in to the jetpack. But the blue EMP.
Oh!
So for any Battlefront fanatics out there.
That is sick. I've had some thoughts on attempting that custom. And obviously not to that degree, but with like a gaming grade rocket trooper and a body swap.
Yeah.
But
so he looks awesome with it. Shit.
Break it live on stream.
Nah,
Right.
it was the weapon. But I also have this one posed like he's holding a weapon. This is just the crown jewel right here. This is one of my most desirable Black Series figures. And has been on our top 10 wish list multiple times. And that is OG Battlefront Dark Trooper.
ooh.
So sick.
With like the gray blue.
Mm-hmm. The accurate jetpack.
Yep, and you can plug these in as well. This trooper carries an electroshock E11, so there's an E11, but then there's also an E11 firing the electroshock.
That's awesome.
Which is just so cool.
That is raw talent right there.
And then this is obviously a kit for the chest, helmet, backpack, and shoulder pads. But other than that, it's and the knees. But then it's also a combination of Stormtrooper and Clone Trooper parts. Because it's kind of hard. You can't really make it 100% accurate with what we have.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You have to work with what works.
Yeah, but I was so happy to get these made.
Yeah.
You bury those pieces under that blue paint and it looks great.
Right.
So.
So, yeah. Got 3 sick customs. I actually just finished editing a short that covers these. So that'll go up sometime this week.
Whoa!
Ugh. So many figures. And now, we have a pile of loot
The loot.
that has just arrived.
The piece de resistance.
So, be careful when handling sharp objects. Cuts myself on live camera.
That'd be good content.
Yeah.
Supposed to cut
This might
away
be
from
loud.
yourself.
Right.
You cut away from yourself.
I had to scrap a video because I did that. And I was working on a custom Kenobi Vader and I had a head sculpt for it. And I was going to use an X-Acto to like tear up the cape a little bit.
Yeah.
My very first cut, I'm like pinching apart the fabric and I went to kind of stick the knife in and like right into my thing.
Great.
And I was like, okay, we're not, the camera's getting out of here. It's a distraction.
I love that they always include a sticker.
Oh,
That's just cool.
Yeah.
quality.
That's just cool, man. So, this figure is just sitting in stock on Big Bad for regular retail. And that kind of surprises me because this is a Phase 1 on the new body.
Yeah, it's desirable. It's a good figure.
And this Big Bad Toy Store pile of loot was because the company I work for had one of the best years ever in 2022. So we got the maximum bonus. That's like a percentage of your salary. And so it was like my first big boy bonus. I was like, I'm going on Big Bad Toy Store.
Taking your big bad bonus and going to
Yeah.
Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah. So I picked up an additional, I already have this, but obvious, one of the best army builders.
Yep. Every time I'm looking for something to fill my pile of loot, it usually ends up being another plain white Phase 1
Yeah.
clone.
It works.
Just some random stuff they had in stock. So we have the Halloween Wookiee.
Nice.
We're big horror fans. Halloween's our favorite holiday. I love the pail, the trick-or-treat bucket. Where is it? Where is it? Give me that bucket.
Yeah. Give me that bucket.
Give me that bucket. So, this is heavy. This is a big Wookiee. Scout actually got this one on a discount because of this.
Nice.
There you go.
So
Good
there was
opener.
a cheaper option. And yeah, when I just like sticking these on the Christmas tree. It's just
Sure.
the holiday stuff to me has more like of a purpose than carbonized and credit collection. So I'm actually not too harsh on these.
I'd put it above carbonized.
Yeah. I too have a wicket.
Hey.
Hey.
Packed expertly by Big Bad. Good on you, Big Bad. Even though, you know.
Dang.
Man. You just
That's
made
bru-
everyone cry.
That's brutal.
Hey, Kenner, get over your Christmas morning nostalgia.
Right.
This guy's crazy.
Clip it.
This guy's crazy.
What? Whoa.
I hate Kenner. Wicket.
Wicket's so great.
I can see the headlines now. Justin commits a felony on the Lazy Sunday live stream.
Right.
It's a good way to get engagement is to destroy card backs on camera.
Yeah,
Right.
so, yeah, we got Wicket, and there's one more. Scout. Scouty boy.
Nice.
Nice.
Because I wanted another one. And,
Is it true? No pistol with that?
no, there's a pistol.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
The
It's
no
hard-
pistol thing was for the Scout Riot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
That
I
was
remember
upsetting. That was a
Get over your Christmas morning nostalgia.
right. Whoa! He did it again,
this guy's crazy.
man.
Yeah, get a Galactus.
It's going on the rampage. What?
Oh, God. Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is gonna be my adventure buddy. I'm gonna take him with me on all my adventures.
Sure.
Because I have so many. I was like, I need an extra scout. Very good figure. Stood the test of time. So yeah, these are my 240th pickups. Until we get the Endor Rebel.
Nice.
So yeah, that's it for me. Officially done.
Dang.
That was a lot. I haven't had that much in a long time.
You were like me this week.
Yep.
Look at that.
It really was.
How the tables have turned. How the tables have turned.
Yeah, that's it for me. I think.
Nice.
I think it's time. I think there's only one thing left to do. Are we ready to move along to some Mando?
You
Mando?
You mean Mandor?
You mean Mid-DeLorean? JK,
Oh!
JK.
Show with the baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, it's around that time where we are gonna talk some spoilery discussion on The Mandalorian season 3 episode 4 and also Bad Batch, the most previous episode of Bad Batch. But we always start with Mando, so
Yep.
yes, usual Mike would not approve. That's fine. That only makes yours more valuable. The more Kenner cards that I destroy, it makes yours more valuable because that's one less on the face of this earth.
That's
So
true.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mando spoiler talk, and I have to change it to episode 4. So, if you have not seen The Mandalorian and you want to leave, thank you so much for sticking with us. It's a 2-hour stream anyway, so we're approaching 2 hours, and we still have 234 people in here, so that's amazing. Click like, subscribe if you're new. We have a video going up tomorrow, and a video going up on Wednesday, and Figure It Out, as always, on Friday.
So many uploads.
And check out Hybrid Toy Reviews on YouTube, !hybrid. We'll bring up a link so you can go check out his channel. But we will be getting into spoiler. And yes, don't forget to like before you leave. Alright. Enough time? We all good?
I think so.
Mando Mania.
Whoa. So many Mandalorians that we need figures of.
Right.
I agree. So, just to start off, I'm going to give the floor to Hybrid. What'd you think of this episode, directed by Carl Weathers and written by John and Dave?
Very, very solid episode. It kind of had some of that earlier episode Adventure of the Week flavor to it. It wasn't building to something big, and admittedly, I kind of wanted to maybe see some follow-up on those, TIE interceptors that showed up out of nowhere, but that'll be next week.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very much just the kind of standard, a kid's been taken, let's go rescue him, a little Adventure of the Week. But the flashback on our episode of the Creators Guild this week, that flashback was basically our entire Mando conversation. And it's wild how a 5-minute flashback to the prequel era can really get you going.
Right, yeah. They know what we want.
Right.
Because that's been a thing for, 16 years, is there's like that one shot in Revenge of the Sith. It's like a bird's eye view of the temple, and you just see some little tiny lightsabers fighting.
Right.
And it's like, oh man, I've been wanting to see more of that context and everything. So they have been delivering between Book of Boba Fett scene. There's like a few. There's one in Kenobi, Book of Boba Fett, and now Mando season 3.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I share your opinion. I do have like a few things. Like I'm kind of getting a Monster of the Week vibe.
Yeah.
Because I'm like
a little bit.
Season 3 has had a lot of Episode 1 had the alligator monster. Episode 2, we had like the humanoid aliens in the Mines of Mandalore, then the thing that kidnaps him, and then the mythosaur, and then episode 3 we kind of got a break, and then episode 4 we have the new raptor, dragon, wyvern looking thing. So I'm getting a little monster of the week vibes, but it's all right. I initially was like, why are they shooting at water? But then I watched the episode again, and some of them are firing wrist rockets, and then they're shooting it like skeet shooting.
Okay.
So I was like, because at first I'm like, is that training? Like, you're just shooting out in the wide open space? Like, you're shooting at the lake?
Right.
But yeah, like, they're trying to shoot the rocket that someone else fires. I loved, Ahmed Best, because his story is very interesting and powerful and sad to some degree about how he was feeling about his life after his treatment of Jar Jar, and how he portrayed Jar Jar and the character of Jar Jar and everything. So I'm just so happy to see him bounce back from that, and now he's like a super badass looking Jedi who can dual wield 2 lightsabers and
Right.
Yep.
The saber hand.
Yeah, seeing him was awesome. Seeing live action clone troopers, like people in real armor, was great again. What about those knee pads?
Yeah.
Right.
I liked pointing that out, where the knee pad, right where it should be.
Yeah.
Not glued on the upper thigh.
Take notes, Hasbro.
And that was also the first time of seeing Coruscant Guard clones since Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
Like in a live action setting. Lat gunships too. We haven't seen Lat gunships in live action since Revenge of the Sith. So that was cool to see. There was also a little Naboo connection.
Yeah, the Padme ship.
So I was like, what's going on?
Very interesting, very interesting.
Why do you guys think Grogu in particular was such an important being for them to protect? Do you think it's just because he was a youngling? Because he obviously wasn't the only youngling there. Or was he the last one that didn't get slaughtered? Or is it because his species is so rare?
I feel like it would probably have to do something with the species.
Yeah, almost like his species is just by default very highly attuned to the Force.
I can see that.
Like they would have a higher midichlorian count than most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that they were trying to protect all the younglings, but Jonah. But I think there was like a specific, like, get him to this guy. And then the door opens. He's like, you're going to be all right, kid. Like, it seemed like a pre-thought out plan that he would be up there and the door opens. He's like, you're going to be A-okay, kid. And then they go specifically to the Naboo guards, which I found interesting. And some people were saying the CG didn't look good on Coruscant. I thought it looked like how it did in the movie.
It looked just as good as it did in last week's episode.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they built a bunch of Coruscant digital assets, I'm sure, for that purpose. We're probably going to be getting a decent amount of footage coming up. So
yeah.
Between modern and throwback Coruscant, I mean, they were going to the same places. The square with the mountain point in it and stuff like that was all in that chase scene.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Then we kind of have. I like Bo-Katan just kind of being like, she's like asking the real questions, like, how do we eat?
Right.
Yeah.
Like something we've all asked. Jeff, thank you for the channel support. Grogu got his Flavor Flav chest armor bling.
Yes.
He'll grow into it, all right? He'll
Right.
grow into it. But thank you for the channel support.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had the sequence of them rescuing Ragnar. Visla.
Good old Ragnar.
Good old Ragnar, which is Paz's son. Not gonna lie, I instantly thought, how are they having children with helmets on?
The helmet stays on.
And armor.
Yeah. Justin, let me explain how it works, okay? They never said anything about the pants.
Right.
But when you're pregnant, your belly gets bigger. The armor, do they
You
have
just
like
take that
armor?
plate off.
Did they design pregnant armor so you can protect the baby that's in your belly?
No,
Maybe.
because like the Bo-Katan boob armor, that's just sexist. We can't do
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's revealed that that's his son, and that's why he rushes into the nest and it like throws him up. Blech. And yeah,
Yep.
I liked in that sequence. I mean, it caught me on first watch. Was Ragnar got taken, and then the Mandalorians promptly went after, but then set up camp for overnight, and then in the morning climbed the mountain. And I'm like, that mama bird thing like had him in his throat for like 18 hours, and we're finally. Right. She waited a long time to take him home.
Hey, if Beskar can keep Boba alive in the Sarlacc pit, I'm surprised. Can't he just punch his way out?
Yeah, right.
Well, he might not have all his gear because he's a foundling,
Right.
A young one. Prego Beskar, yes.
But it was just, you'd think the bird would, take him back promptly, not
Right.
go and do her, grocery shopping and everything else, home to the kiddos.
Yeah.
That whole sequence was kind of where I got the Monster of the Week vibes.
Right.
And I was like, okay, it's fine, but it's just like, I feel like we've seen this a lot before with rescuing from a monster. So I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm just saying that's where I got kind of the repetitiveness. Just a little vibe. I'm trying to think of anything else of importance that happened. Bo-Katan told the armorer that she saw the mythosaur, and I feel like the armorer doesn't believe her.
Right.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, you saw a vision.
I was going to say, do you kind of feel like maybe in a way it's like Bo is like kind of reaffirming herself that she should be the leader of Mandalore because she's like realizing like, no, I really did see it. So, like, do you guys kind of feel like maybe Bo is, like, starting to rethink, like, no, maybe I am. Like, I am the chosen leader. That's kind of what it felt like to me, like, is what they're getting at.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
Right. We talked a bit on the Guild about how, after last week's episode, it really kind of looked like she was... being a little wishy-washy on if she was going to be, loyal to, this coven. And her telling the armorer, I saw a mythosaur, really threw me because I never saw it coming. I figured that was going to be kept secret until we end up going to Mandalore for whatever reason. And then she springs her trap card about how she's going to be the boss and she's going to ride it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know if it was maybe she was thinking that at first, but she's kind of grown to like this arrangement and the mutual trust and respect of the Guild, or if she almost from the beginning was wondering that she'd get laughed and mocked and told she's crazy because they're extinct.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird now after this week. Like, what is her intention? They seemed really cut and dry last week, but now not as much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the little chicks at the end are going to be foundlings, which I'm super, like... I know they're sentient, but I was kind of confused by that. Like, I don't think you're going to get logic and reason through an animal.
No.
Or are they going to kill them for food?
Yeah, I don't understand why they brought back the baby chicken
There's
monsters.
There's going to be baby chicken Mandos with the helmet, and they're, like, shooting.
I figured not armor, but they might, like, train them to be, like, riding beasts or something.
Yeah.
Ride them into battle.
I think I saw somewhere that raptor dragon creature had something to do with Mandalorian culture. I think I saw that somewhere, like the creature represents something, and then there was that one shot that I really liked where it was Bo-Katan's ship and the dragon, and they were like very similar looking shapes, like the sunset shot.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right before the logo pop up.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's a really good shot. I like that.
Yeah, it was a solid episode of Mando all around.
Mhm.
At the very least, it was fun. Boom, boom, Star Wars action,
Yeah.
which is sometimes all you need.
Yeah, I mean, it's still kind of... I'm wondering where it's going, and I'm wondering who really the antagonist is. And I'm kind of like, what is the conflict of this season?
Right, because we're also halfway through the season too.
That's what dawned on me. I'm like, oh man, we're already halfway done, and I feel like we don't know who the antagonist is, and I don't know what the conflict is.
Right.
Because every episode seems to be like a self-contained conflict and resolution.
Right.
Even exploring the minds of Mandalore, I thought that was going to be the whole season, but it was actually just one episode. I was like, oh, snap.
Monkey
Yeah.
Jeebus says, yeah, the bird thing is what Death Watch uses as their symbol.
That's what it was.
Nice. Nice.
So I almost get... I don't want to say like aimless or directionless, but this season just seems like a series of random events compared to seasons 1 and 2.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm not saying it's bad or that it's filler or anything like that. It's just... It's kind of... It's very different from seasons 1 and 2 in that there's not like a clear-cut direction or, like I said, antagonist or conflict.
I think we're getting a lot of like just day in the life of the universe before something really big is about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little speculation that I've been seeing a little bit, and it ties into these like product reveal Tuesdays they've been doing correlating. There's no photos leaked, but there's a set number and a name tied to an upcoming Lego set, and it is a TIE fighter and TIE interceptor and Mandalorian gauntlet fighter, pairing. And a gauntlet fighter is technically not what Bo-Katan's ship was. I thought I'd seen someone say, but there was speculation about, we just had our TIE interceptors last week. Why didn't they reveal that Lego set last week? Because they've been revealing Lego sets as they appear on screen. And there's speculation that they're probably holding off on that set because we're going to get another TIE interceptor scene later on. And there's potentially a minifigure in that set that would be spoilery, most likely whoever our big bad of the season is going to end up being. And I'm really personally leaning Thrawn.
Yeah.
And because like they got to, at least like in the last episode, you pop them up to get you hyped for Ahsoka because it's at the same point in time.
For sure.
He's going to say, fine, I'll do it myself.
Right. But like, if they throw a Thrawn minifigure in that interceptor set, just so that you can, have your Thrawn figure out. That's why they're not revealing it. Hypothetically, these are all, there's a theory on a theory on a theory here. But, it was just a kind of a neat thing that I was reading up on the other day. And that would answer, some questions on why they didn't reveal that and that we've got some big bad coming up. I also, on last week's episode, it was not just some fluke writing coincidence that the redeemed Imperials sitting at the table of Dr. Pershing in the beginning were talking about, I thought I heard Gideon escaped. No, they hooked him up to a mind flare. Like they were putting that seed of doubt in your mind so that when Gideon inevitably shows up, in a couple episodes, probably on the bridge of a Star Destroyer with his boss Thrawn. Like that would be.
I like the sound of that. I just can't wait to see live action Thrawn.
Yeah.
Right. It's a common.
But yeah, I liked it
for Ahsoka.
Yep.
What was that?
Wasn't Thrawn confirmed for Ahsoka? Like they had a casting for him and everything.
Every Star Wars article out there, I'm like, I just don't acknowledge.
I know there's a lot of like fake looking fan casting, but I thought it was like a really confirmed thing they were saying. Like they got what's his name, Lars Mikkelsen back.
I'd be
down
down
for them
for
to
this.
de-age the old cast. Though. I'm sick of the de-aging thing. It's creeping me out, dude.
I didn't mind the Solo casting.
Well, yeah,
Yep.
yes, I would want a recast. I don't want them to digitally make fake
Right.
Mark Hamill again.
Right. No,
Let the past be the past. Especially if they're passed away, like, please don't
DH
do that to a person's memory. Like, please stop with that. It's just kind of creepy. Let them rest in peace. And yeah, I was fine with Han Solo's younger version of Han. I think that's way better than CGI, because you need like human emotion to connect with what you're seeing on screen.
Right. I thought he did. I thought Alden did a good job playing Han, and in Kathleen Kennedy's, like, and I'm not a hater of her, but she's like, oh, we've realized from that mistake that people don't want recasting. Like, no, people were upsetty spaghetti because they didn't appreciate the amazing movie that's The Last Jedi, and they said, let's boycott the next one, and didn't go to Episode 9 to boycott. They just went to Solo to boycott, which is a solid movie.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that, and I definitely think that was the wrong thing to learn. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people like the CG Luke. I just know, it's CG Luke because it's Mark Hamill. He's like older now, so it always just takes me out.
Right. I also don't see how they could use Luke going further. Like, now that Grogu's like, I renounce my Jedi teachings. Like, at that point, like, okay, well then Luke's just gonna go do Luke stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, at the end of the day, I liked the episode, but I'm a little like, geez, we're halfway through. Again, not saying it's bad, but I'm hoping for some. I think the next episode is going to be a longer one. I think if I heard correct.
Ooh,
yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Yep. It was a short episode.
Real short.
But now we shall switch to the Bad Batch season 2.
Oh boy.
Because there was a new episode same day.
Justin, you watched it?
I did.
Whoa.
I keep up now. I do keep up now.
That's
However, I will be right back. So you guys start it off.
Okay. All right.
He's tired of getting mocked for not watching it in time.
Yeah, right. How many breaks is Justin going to take on this stream?
Isn't he a little young to have the old man bladder problem?
Right. I think we might have to schedule a doctor's appointment for Justin here.
Right.
But yeah, this latest episode of Bad Batch had a little bit more crosshair focus, which was great because last week's episode was really a whole lot of nothing.
Right.
So
in a good way.
Yeah, I mean, it was still entertaining,
right.
But I was happy that this week we got to see more of, what's going on with Crosshair. Yeah, Dank Ches says he's going to go watch it real quick.
Right.
Yeah. He's going to be like, all right, and I'm back, guys.
Jonah has a comment there about not caring about the Batch in season 7.
Mm-hmm.
And that was where I was. Like, that arc came out, and I had no hype for this show at all. And it was like, I thought that they had just very generic character types. And, Rucker's big and strong, so he screams a lot. And Crosshair's that edgy PlayStation, Call of Duty sniper guy, so he has to talk low. Mm-hmm. And then, like, the show came and actually wrote him better. Yeah, so, I mean, like, I'm with you. I mean, I was not a big Bad Batch guy from Clone Wars at all, and I still struggle rewatching that arc. But, like, they've really done great with this show. And I went from strongly disliking Crosshair just on an existence level to really finding him very compelling now.
Right.
And seeing him finally, kind of accept, like, yeah, I've got to start making amends with, my team, because this was not the way.
Right. Yeah. It's like, I mean, it feels good, but at the same time, you're like, it's about time, Crosshair. Like, geez.
Right.
You didn't recognize the warning signs this whole time.
Well, he's been getting beaten by a lamp regularly by the Empire, but he's finally gotten over that.
Yeah.
That feeling like these are the good people.
Yeah, and I hear them. I have the stream playing. I hear everything they say. To be fair, one of those bathroom break... that wasn't even a bathroom break. I was getting my package.
No.
FedEx.
No.
So, minus one of those breaks. It's only 2 bathroom breaks.
Ooh.
In 2.5 hours. I drink a lot.
You got salty.
Yeah, he's drinking alcohol, everyone.
Right.
I'm drinking alcohol.
It's not no lazy Sunday no
Yeah,
more.
I don't know what you guys have said so far, but yeah, great episode.
Yeah, we're just generally just talking about Crosshair and what was going on with him in this episode.
Right. I mean, it's nice seeing him finally accept that he needs to make amends and get back on the right side of things.
It only took him getting actually tortured.
Right.
It's like, wait,
He's
the Empire doesn't like me?
he is a weird. The way they've used him so far has been kind of weird. Where it was a big topic on the Guild was he talks in the first episode of the show. They talk about how his chip partially activated, and they did that science-y purple electric thing to like hype up his chip and make him go full Imperial. And then in the season finale, he's like, "I took that thing out," and I'm just sitting here like, that wouldn't happen off screen. You would think that you would have an episode of him, starting to get his own doubts and pulling it to see how he'd act. So like, I don't know if we're getting to where, maybe his chip is wearing off like a lot of the other clones' chips are, and he was just saying that to be like, "No, Hunter, that's not it. I'm this way because I'm this way."
Right.
But like, I mean, it's good seeing him finally coming to his senses. And I kind of speculated that the season finale would be a big thing where like all of our storylines merge, because another thing we were talking is, we've got this Crosshair storyline going on, and we've got Rex and Echo doing their thing, and then we have the Bad Batch hunting treasure, and the show is focusing on the one storyline that none of us care about on a lot of these episodes. And it's nice seeing like a little bit of all three things and how they're going to start merging. I think we're going to get, like Rex and Echo and, meeting up, going to rescue Crosshair, and the Empire's probably going to snag Omega in the next week or two. So the team has to go and get her back and get Crosshair in the process.
Yeah, that's true. Because when I was watching one of the previous episodes and Omega or someone is like, "Echo's doing this secret super awesome mission with Rex. He won't be here." I was like, can I see that instead of this? So, yeah, I wanted to see the Echo Rex stuff. It sounded more interesting. So then this episode starts with it, and we get to see some new clones and Gregor returning, and I like Nemec's design. We need a Black Series ASAP.
That's a clone, and that means that it's not from the OT, so no.
Yeah.
That's not how these
final two episodes next week? Or this week?
Wow. Are they doing both of them back to back, or are they splitting them up like they did with season 1?
Yeah, I don't know.
I hadn't heard that we were getting a double dose. I mean, that'd be sick. I'd take it.
Right.
I'm not a big cliffhanger guy. I'd happily watch them both back to back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down, Lazy Jawa. I'm down for them all.
Both on the same day.
Yep. Back to back, 2 episodes this week.
We got an
so
episode
there you go.
of Mando, 2 Bad Batch, and then that's done.
Yep.
It's over.
Right. Which then, because we're in the second half of Mando, to where we're going to start building up to if there's going to be a big season finale thing. I've seen a lot of speculation that the Bad Batch and Mando overlapping like they have wasn't really an accident. And we might see something in this finale, like a location like Mount Tannis, where it might tie into maybe, that's still a secret hideout kind of thing for Mando.
Yeah. That'd be sweet. I'm down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I liked it.
Bad Batch good, Mandalorian good, Star Wars good.
Yeah, I mean, I do see some of the nitpicks. Like, I did think that about Mando. Like, why did they choose this location that just has an absolute plethora of creatures that are out to murder them at any given notice?
Right.
Especially if it's happened before. Like, the dragon has taken people before.
Right.
Mandos.
It's because they stay in a dangerous environment because they gotta have their skills as hunters.
It heightens their senses, gets them ready for combat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, clearly they struggle with finding places to live. I mean, they started out in a sewer, and now
sand rats,
and now they've moved on to a cave off the island, or they're clearly on like Isla Nublar or something like that.
They got dinosaurs running around.
Dr. Mando Alan Grant is going to show up, and he's going to have the red scarf around his neck and the hat, but he's going to have the T-visor helmet.
Yeah, that kid is trouble. First an alligator attacks him, and then a bat. The same kid.
Right. Drop that bad luck charm.
Yeah.
Vader X Breaks, thank you for the channel support. Watch Hasbro make a TK Trooper first. I'm down for a TK Trooper. I'm surprised they haven't made it yet. Honestly,
I mean, I'm really shocked at the lack of Bad Batch figures from season 2, like reveal wise.
I thought they would have pumped them out ASAP.
I mean, I'm not expecting everything, and honestly, they haven't given us a lot of new characters that I really want. But I would have figured, like, by the second or third episode, we would have seen a couple of the new costumes, just for the core characters. And it's just kind of wild. We haven't gotten anything. They said that we were getting the new Omega before the show started.
Right.
And that's been it. And just to think they could do the repaints, the white, Commando, or the white and gray Commando, or, there's just been some really easy things, or the TK Troopers, because isn't that pretty much just helmet and shoulder pads and the rest is Stormtrooper armor?
Right. Maybe.
I have to look. Not... Because it's very Stormtrooper inspired, like that stuff that we should have gotten. Like episode 1 just dropped. Are you guys hyped? Here's a set of figures,
right?
And we haven't gotten anything.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, we've said it for the past couple of weeks, but it almost feels like maybe we just aren't getting those Bad Batch figures.
Which, I'm down because I don't know. Do you think most people would pick up repaints of the main crew?
I think people would get Hunter
for lack of ability to get the original Hunter.
Yeah.
I mean, I would buy a redo of the Imperial Crosshair with an accurate shoulder pad and a new burned up head sculpt. I mean,
that'd be pretty sick.
I mean, from the neck down, keep it right. Swap out those removable rubber shoulder pads. Give them the accurate ones, and I'd be here for it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cody repaint. I mean, that was easy. I mean, even if it's on the old body.
Tomas, Australians are superhumans. Do you know the restraint they need when they find a spider that's this big in their home and they're just super chill about it? They are superhuman.
And I mean, they survive with the blood rush to their head all the time too. I mean, it's
yeah. Those toilets flush backwards.
Right, it circles the other way because of the centrifugal force of the earth.
Yeah, Vader. The outfit is better because the Black Series, she has that thing on her head where it's only the first episode.
The one episode syndrome, classic.
Right. At least it's iconic. I mean, it was a good iconic outfit.
Yeah.
She's done a lot of episode by episode little changes too. Where season 2 she's stuck with it a bit though.
Mm-hmm. I would still just love to have a regular, hair down Omega head.
Right.
That'd be great. But yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think we've about covered everything here.
Yep. I think so too. Is there anything else anyone needs to get off their chest?
Yeah, right. It's the confessional hour now. Call in. 1-800-OOTB.
Shout out to Leighton Richards. He's an Aussie.
Nice.
Do you have to deal with large spiders in your home?
Probably.
I mean, probably 1 or 2.
Yeah. But before we go, as always, I know Justin alluded to it a little bit, but Hybrid, do you have any videos coming out this week? Anything planned that you'd like to share?
So immediate. Once we're off, I'm going to start working on editing my Fan Expo Cleveland vlog.
Nice.
I got some footage there. It's not going to be a big thing, maybe a 5 to 8 minute video, just kind of a recap of the event. And then typically I do a video after where I just kind of, instead of showing a lot of stuff, I just verbally run through, I met this person, this is my haul kind of stuff. So there's 2 videos from that. I have a Wicket review to work on. And that's kind of what I've got. I might do a video on the Micro Galaxy gunships. But I'm kind of working right now. It's in a scripting phase. I want to have it out for May 4th, but it's a tight time frame there on a sort of fan film, like a stop motion / webcomic thing.
Cool.
Of a Clone Wars episode, but not recreating a Clone Wars episode, writing what could be a one-off episode within that time frame that would not conflict with anything during that time frame.
I do like stop motion.
Right, and if I do full stop motion, we're not going to have it done by May 4th. So there are bits that are going to be kind of like webcomic where you just don't see the feet and you see the guy, slide across the screen, so you're going to have a little imagination for it. Mm-hmm. I'm working on I have the rough story. I'm working through a script. It is going to be about this clone sergeant named Highborn. And
nice.
He has a tragic past where he lost his entire squad on a past mission. And so he has been reassigned to a clone outpost with a new squad that the droids invade, and they capture his men. He's thought to be dead, and he has to one-man Rambo get the team back at whatever cost it takes.
Nice.
So it's that's kind of the story beats that we're working on right now. I've got some scripting going on. I've been playing with AI voices lately. I found a really decent D. Bradley Baker clone one. So there's not going to be voice actors. It's going to sound very Clone Wars-y. There's a good Tom Kane narrator, so I'm kind of working on an intro narration.
I thought you were going to have like Clone Trooper Trump, Clone Trooper Biden, and Clone Trooper Obama.
Sleepy
hey guys,
Joe,
I'm having a hard time with my DC-15. It's jammed. Biden, I told you.
Nice.
We need to get back to the LAT gunship, okay? Someone needs to make that now. Can we get that?
I have seen Battlefront President gameplay. People are making it. I've seen a lot more of the Minecraft ones, but I was scrolling the good old TikTok the other day, and I guess one of the guys who made a lot of them put up a video where the presidents were talking about the relevancy of the meme and how it's starting to fade a little bit. They were like, just because you're not seeing us doesn't mean we're not playing anymore. They were talking like they were self-aware about there being a dying meme. And I was like, man, it's kind of making me sad, actually.
Oh boy.
They're like, we're still buddies. We're still going to be playing, and we'll always be with you in here. And I'm like, stop that. Stop making me feel for AI voices.
Someone needs to get on CT Biden, CT Trump, and CT Obama.
Right.
Okay, guys, seriously, we need to get back to the LAT gunship. We need to go back to the Capitol. All right? That's just fact.
We don't need AI when we have Justin and his amazing impressions. But no, that sounds awesome.
Right.
Sounds like a good week of content, and looking forward to checking out those other videos when you make them.
Heck yeah. So that's kind of, I don't have a lot of stuff to review coming up. There's just nothing to get, so help me out as we start dropping some stuff. But no, that's going to be, even if there is stuff, it's probably going to be a little light on reviews, because that's kind of like my hyper focus right now, is that. So
nice.
It'll be cool, and hopefully May 4th. If not, it should be pretty close. I can't see it taking more than a month and a half.
Nice.
So,
I believe in you.
I have no talent, but I'm really good at faking it till I make it. So,
hey, that's all it is. That's all it takes.
Right.
That's right.
As far as us, though, we have a video going up tomorrow. A Black Series banger of The Armorer.
Ooh.
Deluxe Armorer.
Deluxe Armorer.
It's a great
Truly
thing.
deluxe.
Yep.
And then I will have a short up on Wednesday then.
Shorts.
We're getting
Nice.
into the shorts game. We've had a few go up, and they've actually all done really well. So
I've been trying to do it too. It's if you're not using the shorts feature, you're cutting yourself short at this point. Hey, I did it. I made a pun, but
Hey,
no pun intended.
right, yeah, that wasn't on purpose.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
figure it out as always. We plan on making it. I don't think it'll be this Friday, but next Friday we'll do a predictions.
Yeah.
Star Wars Celebration panel predictions.
What are we gonna see?
Disappointment or
Just meme everyone and read off the list of pipelines and
Yeah.
have no unique ideas.
I mean,
I mean,
yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, but yeah. So thanks everyone for watching, especially everyone who hung out 37 minutes later than we normally
did
go.
someone gift a bunch of members
Earlier?
earlier? Because it says 20 new members.
Maybe it was probably Jeff, if I had to guess.
Well, whoever gifted 20 members this stream, thank you.
Nice, yeah.
Because
Thanks for that.
I didn't notice that. Usually I notice all the super chats and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't see anything for the channel members, but yeah, thanks everyone for watching this week. We certainly appreciate you hanging out with us. Of course, we'll be streaming same time, same place next week as well, 1 p.m. Central Time.
Join the Discord.
Looks
Join.
like, yep, Lazy Jawa says Jeff
Oh,
did
nice. All
at the
right.
beginning
Thank
of the
you, Jeff.
stream. Yeah,
One of the greatest.
thank you.
Join that
Thank you.
Discord.
Join the Discord, check out the videos, check out Hybrid Toy Reviews. Again, there is a link in the description. Subscribe to his channel. You're not going to regret it. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin
See you guys later.
and Hybrid Toy Reviews.
have a good one.
And we will see you all on the next stream. Justin and or Button.
Okay, I'm about to